voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Hi y'all, happy Wednesday. How y'all doing? Come on in, get the likes up on the video. Happy hump day. I hope you humping if that's what you want to do. If you don't, I don't hope it. So get off of here. How y'all doing? Come on in, get the likes up on the video. We got a show. I hope y'all are doing well. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. It's the middle of the week. It's a beautiful day where I'm at. I hope it is where you are as well. The wind is kind of subsiding a little bit. The sun is coming out. Beautiful day to go out and ground. So you guys, please, Black America, go ground, meditate and pray. You know where I was going with it. Y'all, please get out, ground, meditate and pray. This red is not doing good with the color. It's making the color look, remember that time I wore that purple shirt and it made the color on the video look weird? Like, see how you can see when I flash my hand, you can see the difference. I think the red is clashing with the background or something. Let me see. I'm tripping. No, I'm not. It looks weird, but either way, we're here. Y'all gonna be all right. Pray, ground, meditate, and all of those things, y'all. Please do that. Also, genealogy, Black America. Please, please, please do your genealogy, y'all. We are so close. Listen to me and listen to me good. We are so close to cracking this thing. More of us need to wake up. That's the only thing that the world is missing. We're not waking up, and we are. Let me retract that. We are definitely waking up, but we need more of us to wake up. So Black America, I tell y'all this too, when y'all out at work, be mindful of who you talking to at work, because sometimes them Negroes be worse than the clears. But ultimately, when you run across other people, depend on who they are. Try to talk to them about little certain stuff, because a lot of people, you'd be surprised at people who already be on this type of stuff but feel like nobody else, you know what I'm saying, is on it or whatever. But I'm saying all that to say, get outside, ground, meditate, pray, do your genealogy, and spread this knowledge to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Spread it to everybody that they need to be looking into their family tree. Even if you don't want to use the word genealogy, tell people to start doing family trees. And they need to be going back to see about the people who came before them, because this is how we're going to break out of this prison. The hell on earth. This is how we leave hell on earth and then go into heaven on earth. Does that make sense? I guess the Bible scripture, the meek shall inherit the earth and all of that. So please, y'all, make sure y'all are doing that. And also, Babe is the new wave. Black Americans versus everybody. I have my own line. You can check the link. Let's get Dagavoo back on here for a minute. Dagavoo is bike. Dagavoo is bike for a commercial break. Okay. So what was I saying? BAVE is the new wave. It's an acronym for Black Americans versus everybody. I have a link pinned to the top of the chat, you guys. VoodooDollTVShop.com is the website for you guys to get that. So please go ahead, and if you want to support the doll, go over there and support. I would definitely appreciate you guys' support. And shout out to everybody in the building, okay? But BAVE is the new wave, y'all. Black Americans versus everybody, because that's the type of time we got to be on. If we not on that, we not on nothing, okay? So please, please, please. Malila said, I can't see the chat. I don't know if Twitch will let you see. I don't know. Yeah, Twitch wouldn't let you see YouTube's chat. So I guess you would have to come over to YouTube. But shout out to the people who do be pulling up on Twitch. It ain't a lot, but shout out to the people who do. We're going to start doing shows like I told y'all, because Love and Hip Hop about to be on its way out the door. So I already figured it out, y'all. We're going to go back to our Rumble Gang on Wednesdays, and we're going to do another something specific to Twitch, because I want to kind of start building audience in different places too. Even though I feel like some people might pull up over there at Twitch and Rumble, I think that if we do some sort of other stuff over there, we could get an audience over there. Also, I will be getting back on the Patreon and the members only stuff, because I know and shout out to everybody who's been a member. Shout out to anybody who's ever been on the Patreon. I haven't been able to get back around to it in a while with the way last year ended. Oh my God, I was on the road. I just know the way last year ended. At some point, I'll sit down and tell y'all about it, and y'all will understand why I couldn't get as much done as I have. But ultimately, we're gonna get back into those situations. Yeah, I do have hoodies, Dark Heart. But we're gonna get back into them situations because I think that was fun, you know. But anyways, come on in. We got a show to talk about today. Y'all seen the thumbnail, right? Brandy. I wanna be down, sitting up in my room with a nigga. So Brandy, all of a sudden, remember we was just on here and we was talking about how Brandy was really putting 20 on 10 with the whole Shine situation, because Shine basically came out and said that he dated Brandy or had an encounter with Brandy. He never said he slept with her. And Brandy was coming out to save her image. Like she still thinks she's the 15, 16-year-old Moesha. I don't know if she still thinks she's in Moesha time. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But at any rate, so she came out and slammed Shine and said he was wrong for saying that they had an affiliation, even though, oh yeah, we got to talk about Meg too. I heard about Meg. Even though he never said anything inappropriate, she came out and said something and then turned right back around. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to say throw Wanya Morris under the bus. And I know y'all done let the internet trick y'all, but we gonna discuss what real life is and was during the times. Because I'm telling you now, what Brandy is doing, in my opinion, Brandy is trying to victimize herself in a situation that she was very affluent in. And I don't want nobody to come on here and say, but she was 16. Girl, to be 16 and a 22-year-old in those days, she was doing good. She was doing good. And I don't want nobody to come on here and say, well, that's not right, because at the end of the day, right is wrong is wrong. Cool. Go back to your great granddaddy who married your grandmother at 14. And again, I'm not trying to put up and make it seem like what they did was okay. In today's time, I would never allow this to happen to my daughter or any other 16-year-old. I'm just trying to tell you what it was back then and why I believe Brandy is trying to victimize herself in a situation that she was all in on it. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it because I'm not going to let y'all rewrite the history. Because I see that's what a lot of people and Brandy is trying to do. And again, this has nothing to do with today. I'm talking about the yesteryears. I'm not talking about today. Because when we talk about it, I see the women gonna come in here windmilling with their head down. Pick your head up, fat. I'm not talking about 2026. I'm talking about the 90s. Yay. Okay, we're going to get into that. Marvin Sapp's water slide into heaven. If you send your child up there, they may not come back down. That nigga Holland never would have made it. I told y'all he put a curse on my mama call and had that damn the tree fall on my mama call after she ain't go put that money in a collections plate. I don't trust no Marvin Sapp, and if you over there playing with his fat ass, then you a foolish ass too. We gonna get into that. Boosie is having another crash out. I forgot why. We'll talk about it. Dirk became a Muslim, down at the prison. Dirk came out. And Dirk had said that, God is here for us all. And I said, there you go. They got him. They got him. He must be trying to make parole. But we're going to discuss it. Funky. We got to talk about Funky. Yeah, here we go again. Funky is back on the docket. Not because he really, let's talk about it. Funky is on here getting all of his little funky Dineva so whatever what they call the funky bunch, and everybody else who wanna participate to just hate on Chili. And again, screw Chili. I'm looking at the bigger picture, and I wonder why Funky was moving back to Atlanta. It's given you work for the government tease. Because why is Funky over here trying to get all of these black women to pick a side in politics? He literally did a whole video saying either you vote like me, think like me, and talk like me, or you're against me. And he's got buku likes and buku women in the chat. That's right, Funky. Not knowing he one of them niggas, a sloop-footed nigga in that high-rise apartment with hardly no furniture in that bitch, and he's miserable. So misery loves company. While you helpers over there, yeah, that's right. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it because I didn't like that. It's one thing to say I feel some type of way. I don't even like that for people, because I think we have to get out of feeling the type of way about what somebody else believes. That don't have nothing to do with you. You know, contrary to a lot of you guys' belief, I want to say prior to the 2000s, we all had beliefs and nobody knew about them. And the world was a better place. I didn't know if you was on crack until I seen you hit the pipe. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know you was a Democrat or Republican unless you told me. I didn't know you was getting it in the booty unless you were switching and told me. Other than that, this was a time back in history where other people, personal rights, beliefs, and things did not affect the other people. But y'all are allowing the internet to do it, and these puppets, Funky, to get on here and rile y'all up to go against your own people. I got a problem with it, and I'm going to jost his nasty ass as far as I could jost him today. So make sure y'all pull up for that. Will Smith talk about his sacrifice and his booty. I'm just saying. He ain't talking about his booty, but I just assumed the sacrifice was his booty. But he was talking about his sacrifice to be on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and we all heard the rumors about that. I mean, we all heard. I wasn't there. Kind of I was. But I wasn't in the rooms. All I know is we all heard the rumors. Now, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. I don't be by the city of brotherly love. So please don't get to coming over here windmilling on me. They said that Will want to come on here and tell y'all how he got what he got. We gonna discuss it. And then Al Sharpton came out and admitted that he's CIA, but welcome to the party, y'all. Let's get into the show, y'all. Come on in and get the likes up on the video. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are doing so well. Truthful42, thank you so much for being a member for 6 months. Says, hey, boo, hey, ball, hey, boo. Y'all gotta get my hair done tomorrow. And I'm not, after this week, I'm gonna sit out a few weeks because I don't want to keep putting all that heat on my hair. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I found out a way to do a natural style. So I'm gonna do that. So tomorrow I gotta get my hair done. So I'm gonna do an early juice tomorrow. Make sure y'all pull up for that. Thank you, Truthful. And Millie 63086. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, but Voodoo, she was 16, was underage. Wink, wink, wink. Stop. It was a child. LMAO. And let me tell you something about that Brandy. You see that, Brandy? The apple don't fall too far from the tree. Reggie ain't the only crazy one in that family, okay? Because I found it quite odd that she was very, very, how do you say it? She was very adamant, and she wanted that to be highlighted. I was a child. Oh, girl. I'm not about to let you do it, Brandy. Brand, we gonna get into it, y'all. Get the likes up on the video. Brandy, girl, we thought you was a child. We did. We watched you on Moesha, and we thought that the character was just a character. We did. Come to find out, the devil was a lie, and the lie was in the details, girl. We really did thought you was a child. Because let's be clear, Brandy and Wanya had a whole relationship. They were together in like a real relationship. Okay? Don't ever forget that. Now, let's get into a little before we get into that, let's get into a couple of honorable mentions. I saw somebody saying they couldn't hear me. I think that's trolls. Don't worry about it. If you can't hear, go back out and come back in. Because I checked the sound. I don't think it's anything like that. All right, hold on. Let's get into some honorable mentions. All right, I talked to y'all about how these people want to destiny swap with Black America, right? We've spoken about this on many, many, many occasions. I said they literally want to wear our skin. And I know a lot of people think that is far-fetched, but when you look at the movies and you study the history about cannibalism with the clears I'm talking about, because all of them want to wear our skin. Let's be clear. However, when it comes down to the clears, they definitely want to wear our skin. And the destiny swap is getting so real that they are literally photoshopping their heads onto our bodies. Now, a lot of people may look at this as this is something very like, oh, it's harmless. Maybe she just wanted to have a nicer body and she saw that this girl had a nice body and wanted to just switch our bodies. No, it's not about a nice body, because if that was the case, I'm pretty sure she could have found a clear woman who was very nicely dressed with a nice body. These people literally want to wear your skin. Do y'all remember? Put a 3 in the chat. I love horror movies. Y'all remember that movie Leatherface? For those who don't know it by Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Put a 3 in the chat. Because see, y'all let these people put it in movies and y'all count it off as fiction. When this is real life, these people be putting real life situations in front of your face. In the Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre series, I guess, because I watched the very first one from the 70s. Yes, I love horror movies like that. I went back and watched the very first one. I want to say the 70s or the 80s. And I realized that in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they had this thing not only to just kill people and unalive them, or I couldn't kill them, I already said it, but they would cut off their faces and put it on. Now, according to the folklore, they said that was based on a true story, that there was some people out there really like that. But what they're not telling you is, see, they want you to believe that was some old scary movie type, one-off incest family type No, they do that too. Now, they can't just literally cut off Black people's skin and walk around and wear them. That would be too ridiculous. But what they can do is do it in a spiritual sense, like this, because this is very spiritual when you do stuff like this. So these people are literally trying to get rid. I told y'all, they only procreate with Black America for longevity. They don't procreate with Black America to be with us because they love us. They know genetic wise, they need us. Not only do they need us genetic wise, they admire our melanin. They admire our energy. They admire our soul because they don't have those. They admire everything that we have. Remember, these are the Cabbage Patch Kids, a lot of them, not all of them. But a lot of them are descendants of Cabbage Patch Kids, and they genuinely want to wear your skin because they understand who you are. You don't, okay? Now, I want to get into this little clip right quick. It says the white influencer who got called out for placing her head on a Black influencer's body speaks out. Blames the AI system her team uses. I did not see the original image or intentionally set out to copy anyone's work. So according to this lady, she's saying that AI picked the photo and put her head on top of on the photo. It says Laura Blake is speaking out after being called out for posting an image where she placed her face on another creator's body. Blake tells TMZ she didn't realize the image came from Tatiana Elizabeth, a Black influencer, until the post went live. That shouldn't have happened, and I take full responsibility. Let me pause right here. If these hoes is getting caught up putting their face on other people's bodies, then how real are these bitches that y'all following on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter? Because screw the girl. Take the Black girl out of the picture. Y'all really putting y'all face? No, I'm lying. I've seen it on Facebook. I hate that Facebook got that AI app. Y'all really is putting y'all face on people's body. It's weird. That's not normal. I'd rather take a face shot than a damn put my face on an AI body. That is insane. It's one thing if I'm creating like a show or something like that, but y'all really be swapping y'all heads on people's bodies. And again, these are these influencers that y'all looking up to, and they not even real. So on top of you stealing the Black girl's body, the fact that you stealing anybody's body should be talked about. That's ridiculous. Nigga say it's AI and Photoshop, like Armand Wiggins. Photoshop and AI. You had to be there. If you was there, you understand. Anyway, it goes on to say, I did not see the original image or intentionally set out to copy anyone's work, but that doesn't change the outcome. Blake has since deleted the post and says she will personally approve all content moving forward. I understand this impacted another creator. It says, especially when it comes to respecting original work. Well, why are you getting AI bodies? And I never want to contribute to that kind of frustration or harm within the creative community that I have been a part of for 10 years. Again, how creative are you if you putting your head on AI bodies? And these the people that go far on TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, and they really be cosplaying us. Energy swapping, destiny swapping. Do you see in real time how that's a destiny swap? The white girl, the clear girl, don't have the talent. That's why she over there playing with AI. But I guarantee you, her content get pushed through the algorithm like it's nothing. That's a destiny swap. She's literally and figuratively destiny swapping with Black content creators. And I'm pretty positive she ain't the only one. It's you see how, do you see? I want y'all to understand it this way. This is what a spiritual realm destiny swap looks like in the 3D. That means in today. So spiritually, what she's doing is cosplaying as the Black girl or any other Black content creators. Yes, it's very ritualistic. And what she's doing is reaping benefits from that. So she's putting out fake energy into the universe, and the universe is repaying her on that energy. But it's not hers. It belongs to the Black girl, which I'm almost sure she has many Black content creators and other content creators that she's cosplaying as well too. That is a spiritual level energy destiny swap. And in the 3D, the way it plays out, as you can see, now she gets pushed out in the algorithm. She gets more likes and subscribes. She gets to make more money. Do you understand? Because this happens in everyday life. And in today's society, we are at a high rate of destiny swapping. There are so many people, if you think about your personal lives too, so many people are trying to destiny swap with you, Black America, in your personal lives and even on a national and international level. This is a very spiritual situation here. This is what you call spiritual warfare. It says, as previously reported, Elizabeth noticed her 2024 U.S. Open photo on Blake's page, which has 1.6 million followers. I need y'all to understand that with Blake's face Photoshop onto her body. Elizabeth called it out, saying bar for bar, the weirdest part about this is that it's not even an AI influencer. This is a real person who used AI to put her head on my body. Destiny swapping, destiny swapping. Y'all, do y'all understand? Put a 3 in the chat if you understand. She's literally playing like she's somebody that she's not. This whole time, she's got 1.6 million followers, all off of a lie. All of this shit is a lie. Like the girl said, you didn't even go get an AI influencer, bitch. You ain't got a real person and put your head on that body. That's some ritualistic, demonic shit right there. And it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of these clear content creators are doing that type of energy destiny swapping right now. That's some demonic stuff right there if I've ever seen it. You didn't go get an AI body. That's already weird within itself. You ain't got a real person. Come on, man. I need y'all to really wake up about this, because this is an example of what's happening in everybody's lives today. This is extremely creepy, Shining Star. This is beyond creepy. This is scary. When you know the depths of what's really happening, this is scary. Anyways, I'm saying all that to say, Black America, find the lesson in everything. There's something about you that they know that they want. There's something about you that they recognize that you don't. Find that thing and capitalize off of it. Take it back from them and capitalize off of it. Does that make sense? Don't let them continue to eat off that thing. You find your thing that somebody or some people are stealing from you and capitalizing off, and you take it and use it for your own advantage. Take that energy and put it into that, okay? I saw this and I thought this was so cute. I hope y'all catching these lessons today, bro, because y'all need to understand the spiritual warfare, and y'all have to understand how to interpret spiritual realm or 5D activity to 3D activity. You need to be able to understand it both ways, because if you don't, get me back up here really quickly. What happens is, if you don't understand how it works on both sides, you won't recognize it when it comes. Like, for instance, I can think back to some things that's happened to me, good and bad, and be like, oh crap, that was karma from this. And karma don't have to always be bad. You see what I'm saying? So even like, for instance, I remember, I don't know, but in certain things I done did, and then I look back and be like, oh snap, that happened because I did this. You see what I'm saying? And when you understand how the 3D connects to the 5D, the spiritual realm, then you know that it happens in the spiritual realm first, and then it manifests to the 3D, as above, so below, and all of the things in between. I'm sorry, but I hope y'all understand that, and you got to be able to recognize this. We are in heavy spiritual warfare. Now, I want to show this. What's this girl named? Irie. This the pie face girl. She cut her hair off, and it looks beautiful. First of all, I want to say this because I've been seeing this on TikTok. There's a wave on TikTok of the girls getting rid of the wigs. And I want to say, y'all are motivating me. Listen, I bought 3 brand new wigs right before I cut my hair off. I had no clue I was cutting my hair off, but I understand spiritually what's happening. We are getting back to our natural state. I told y'all this was going to happen, even with the BBLs. If you didn't get one, count your blessings, fat. You got saved. We're going back to a time where we're going back to who we are beautifully naturally. I remember in the 90s, if you had a weave in your hair, we assumed you was just bald head. To even wear a weave, people just automatically was like, you a bald head bitch. You feel what I'm saying? When the fact of the matter is, most of the girls that wore weave were not bald head yet. The weave hadn't pulled it out yet. We went through the trial and error and lost a lot of hair, so the girls today didn't have to, okay? At any rate, it was a time where we didn't wear weave and the wig was unthought of. You had to be somebody grandma going to pay bills or play bingo to put on the wig when I grew up. But somehow, I want to say toward my senior year, and I graduated in 2001, that's when it started being more acceptable for the weaves. That's when Cash Money and all of that had just popped and the girls were wearing the ponytails. Y'all remember we were all there, and we got to it, and we literally started hating our own hair. Me included. I'm telling you this from my experience. I started hating my hair. I remember one time I was in between sew-ins, because before I was wearing braids back to back, I remember I was doing sew-ins back to back to back, and my hair grew longer than a bit. Do you hear me? And I remember one time I was taking my sew-in out, and I was by my mama's house, and my daddy had passed by the kitchen, and he was like, girl, why you don't wear your real hair? Your hair's so long and so thick and pretty. Because at the time, it was. Heavy on the word was, because by the time it got bad after that. But anyway, I remember telling my daddy, oh, my natural hair, oh God. No, indeed, no. Like, it got to the point where I used to be anxious pulling out the old tracks to hurry up and put the new ones on. Like, I had got to the point where I hated everything about my hair. And it took by force. I don't know if the Most High and the ancestors pulled my hair out in the middle, but whatever it was to make me get down to this hairdresser and have this girl cut my hair, it was the best decision I ever made. And let me tell y'all something. I feel free. I feel lighter. I get more compliments. It's like, it's a level, I can't explain it, man. It's a level of elevation. And it's not about cutting your hair. It's really more or less about the embracing of who you are. And this is becoming trendy, and I love this trend because this is what we need to get back to. So the girl Irie cut her hair off, and she's already pretty, so I guess cutting her hair off just made her prettier. So let's get into her cutting her hair off. I thought she looked amazing. Let's get into it.
Right here.
Mm-hmm. Cut.
All right. I'm gonna do a 10.
That's her son.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
10, 9.
Boy, come on, you need to cut it. Tay, help him.
I got it.
Cut it a little. All right now. Okay, go.
Let me see.
I can't do it.
It's too much. It's
You ain't
okay.
got no strength on them hands.
Yes, I do.
Oh. Let me see. Oh, it look nice.
You look cute already.
She does. It was like soon as he cut the hair off, she automatically started looking pretty. She already pretty, but you know what I mean?
Look at Jesus. Let me see.
Come on.
All of it is gone. Here you go.
Wait, you look nice too.
I look
Yeah,
nice.
you do.
You gotta shape it
That
up,
looks
man.
nice. Okay, Tay. Okay, Ari.
See, I want to cut this.
I want my
Oh, we
oh,
got
no. I do like it.
I do feel free.
Right here.
She looks pretty. She looked fresh. Like my baby told me when I first cut my hair and called her on FaceTime, she said, Mama, I could see your face. Man, when she said it do feel free, she ain't lying. She ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? It do feel free. It's a lot of times I go outside with just my bald head out. It feel free. But I'm saying all that to say, I'm sorry. Let me get some water. I'm saying all that to say it's getting trendy to go back to our natural state. And I love that for us. And this is not to make girls who want to still wear their wigs feel no type of way. Shout out to the girls who still wear their wigs. Because I ain't gonna lie, I bought 3 wigs. And I'm like, girl, I picked a fine time to buy 3 wigs. And it's not to say that I'll never, ever put on another wig. I think if the occasion calls for it, yeah, I would put on another wig. I don't have no problem with that. But as far as the everyday use or feeling like I need a wig to get dressed and put my clothes on, absolutely not. If it called for a wig, the outfit or the occasion called for me to put this thing on my head, then yeah, I may do it. But ultimately, like on a regular schmegular day, no. So, and also too, let me say this, Black America, do you know what this is going to do to the tethers? Black American women, if we decided today, not even all of us, 1/3 of us, if we decided today that we are not going to buy wigs no more, do you understand economically what that would do to the tethers? I need y'all to understand, because a lot of their revenue comes from us buying their wigs and weaves. They have the monopoly on it. If 1/3, not even half of us, if 1/3 of Black American women say, man, we done with the wigs, and when I tell you it's going to put a huge dent, these motherfuckers gonna go to scrambling. I'm pretty sure they about to start scrambling if they ain't scrambling already. Yup, them Asians, them Arabs, them clears, all them people who done got the monopoly on the hair except us. Because even if you know somebody Black who sell hair, they still go through one of them. They got the monopoly on it. Just imagine. I see it coming. I see it coming, y'all, and I can't wait to see the day. I see it coming. You know why, too? That's the universe repairing itself. Another way these tethers been coming in here making all of this money off of us. That's the universe repairing itself. And do not get in the way of it. Y'all get the windmilling behind them Asians losing these beauty stores. I'm going to be mad as hell with y'all. Black American women, now is the time for y'all who wanted to open beauty stores. Now is the time for you to be trying to open up your store. Somebody over here always wanted to have a shop. Somebody over here always wanted to open up their beauty store. Somebody over here always wanted to have a store inside of the community. What's going to happen in the future is these people are going to slowly but surely be trickled out. When that happens, Black America, you can't be just turned up wearing Louis Vuitton and Gucci. You need to be business minded, economic minded, politically minded, so that you can jump right on in and take your place. Okay? I need y'all to understand that. So I know I'm a Black American woman. I hate that all of these stores are either Asian or Arab. I would love to see more Black American owned beauty stores. Now is the time. So please never forget this. Now is the time. Okay. Yeah. And it don't have to be a store. Right. Thank you, tribe. It could be a TikTok shop. Yeah. It don't have to be a storefront. But even if you want to open a brick and mortar, I think that would be dope. It's a lot of us been wanting to do it and couldn't. And could you imagine? And listen, let me say something too, because what's going to happen is once we come out of the wig in the weave phase, they're going to want to capitalize off of natural hair products. Now they're about to go crazy about that. Okay. But this is how you combat that, Black America. Only buy local. Start getting with your kitchen witches. If it's a Black American that's got this major distribution with this major company, no shade, but you still buying with the same people. Start dealing with these kitchen witches who know exactly what they're doing, who've been growing hair for the longest, who've been using these concoctions into the kitchen witches. Y'all start putting y'all stuff up in the bottles. Y'all start getting y'all stuff ready to sell. Y'all start getting y'all stuff ready, because when the weaves go out, everybody around here, like myself, gonna be saying, well, girl, what we do now? Because I'm literally that girl. Like, okay, girl, I done got rid of the wig. Now what I'm gonna do? You see what I'm saying? So I know that it's a lot of us, right, who know about our hair. We know more about our hair than anybody. It's a Madam CJ Walker and everybody damn family in Black America. Now is the time to get back to our own people. Start putting the money back in our own pocket. That's economics. That's group economics. That's all that is. I'm telling you, I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm not the most smart. I just know common sense. That's all I know. So please, Black America, get ready for it. It's coming. It's coming. That's the universe sending y'all an alley-oop. That's God, the most high God in the universe, sending us an alley-oop. It's up to us. What we going to do with it? Is we going to dunk it? Or what we going to do? We going to miss the layup? What we about to do? No cap. I ain't bullshit neither. Let's get into the next scene. Remember, I told y'all that Black Americans are the only group of people that can create any shade of the rainbow. Put a 3 in the chat. I think I said it yesterday, day before yesterday, because it's a fact. See, they got us believing that we are the same as the African when we're not. Scientifically and genetically, Black Americans, even all the ones in the Caribbean and the South America, we are not genetically the same as the Africans. Our skulls are shaped differently. Our genetics and genes are different. Even our phenotypes. Yes, we share melanin, but that's it. We are not the same. The only Black woman that has the mitochondrial E gene is the Black American woman. I'm going to say it again, because you've been lied to. See, them people told you that all of the Black women have the mitochondrial E gene. That's not the truth. Black American women in this here Turtle Island. I can't even speak on the Caribbeans in South America. I'm speaking specifically to the chosen most high people, Black American. You are the only woman on the face of this earth who carry that mitochondrial E gene the way that they explain it. Now, they're going to tell you that it's all of us. That's a lie. This is why they didn't go to Africa and find them a Henrietta Lacks. They only found one over here. This is why they didn't go to the Caribbeans to get them a Henrietta Lacks. They only found one here. This is why they didn't go to South America to get them a Henrietta Lacks. They only got one here, because you, Black America, are the only group of Black people who can create any kind of person you want outside of the clears and clones. But you know what I mean? You can create an albino. You can create a hella light skin. You can be 2 light skinned people and get a nigga or a child black as this goddamn hat. And to have the daddy swearing to God, this can't be my child. And then the DNA test come back, it is his child, because his uncle 3 generations ago was a black ass nigga. A cheeky black ass nigga. You see what I'm saying? That is the power within Black American women and who we are. We the only group of people that can do that. I need y'all to understand that. Because they lie to y'all and put y'all on the same scale with a lot of these clones. And you're not. Okay? It's just you. Now, it's crazy I said that, and then I ran across this video. Look at these Africans. They asking these African girls, do they have light-skinned people in their village? Watch what she say. Pay attention. Now, they're going to tell you they can't create light-skinned people. They can't. I need y'all to pay attention, Black America. They're going to tell you that they cannot create light-skinned people, and they can't. When you see light-skinned or fair Africans in Africa, they typically are biracial, octoroons, or quadroons. Said what I fucking said. Whenever you see light skins, fair skins, any sort of anything other than what you're looking at right here, 9 times out of 10, 99.9 times out of 10, they mix breeds, half and halves, octoroons, quadroons, and all of that. They do not create light-skinned people. They don't. Now let's get into it.
Do you guys even have light-skinned girls? Do you have light-skinned girls in Northern Uganda? We don't. Our heat cannot manage light skin. You see, that's why even we don't cook our food. Do they pay people in Uganda who are light skin? They don't pay. Being light skin, what do you earn? That's why all the light skin people are rich. I think they pay them. Maybe by the way. You see, all of them are rich. And now for us, we are the ones that are rich. What are the ones that change their color? But do you guys even have light-skinned girls? They have
even the way they dapped each other up. Don't it look like Nene and Phaedra, the way they used to dap each other up? Girl, let me say this. Somebody said in the chat, well, Vu, they have albinos in Africa. And they do, because anybody with melanin can create an albino. An albino is a person with melanin. So all melanated people have albino. So we're not exclusive to that. What I'm telling you is 2 Black Americans, no matter the shade, are the only people that can create all groups and shapes in the rainbow. We're the only ones. And just like these Africans say, no, we cannot create a light skin. And she's going to put it because of the heat. That has nothing to do with it. Because if that was the case, they wouldn't have the fair skins in Africa that they have now. If the heat is what caused the people in Africa to be that black, then they would not have nobody in Africa that's clear or fair skin. They'd all look like that. It's nothing to do with the heat. This is genetics. This is genetics. This is genes. I'm telling you this so that you understand who you are. I don't think it's imperative that you know who everybody else is until you know who you are. And these are the things that only you, Black America, are capable of. Okay? Yes, and I said light skin, not albino. Albino is not light skin. A light skin and an albino are 2 completely different things. So please do not make that, do not mistake that they have albino people in all melanated communities as to say, well, they create light skins. Because if you've ever seen or been around an albino person, you know that they are not light skinned. It literally is a skin pigmentation issue. Okay? So please keep that in mind. I told y'all, do the research. Listen, it's you. All of this other stuff they done told you all of this time has been a lie to keep you under the spell so that they can steal from you. That's what all of this is about. Keeping you under the spell to steal from you. Now, what's going on with Meg? They say Meg passed out, huh? At a concert. So Meg was somewhere, kicking up her hoofs. And they say she done passed out and had to be rushed to the hospital. Let's get into it. It says Megan Thee Stallion had a scary moment Tuesday night after suddenly getting struck during her Broadway run at the AI Hirschfield Theater. Her team confirmed she was quickly taken to a New York hospital where doctors are now evaluating her condition. The show kept going on with an understudy stepping in while her hairstylist shared a message from the hospital asking for prayers. Something is weird about this. No official word yet on what caused the sudden illness, but updates are expected as more details come. Everyone say a prayer for Megan. We are all at the hospital. I feel like this, Cap. Cause girl, what happened? Did you pass out or did you get a heat stroke? Like what happened? Like somebody say she pregnant. I hope something is wrong because if this is for publicity, this is bad. This is bad if this is for publicity. Now, I did see on Twitter, you know, the people is messy. I didn't say it. Don't come over here dragging for me. To all of the stallionaires, don't come over here dragging me. I'm just telling y'all what the people said. Now, the people on the internet are alleging that Megan Thee Stallion is doing this. Hold on. The people on the internet are alleging that Meg is only doing this because Tory just dropped the album, or about to drop an album, and he had some visuals or something. I don't know if it's true. I'm going to just play y'all what the people said, and then we can go from there. Now, it is convenient. I'll say that. It is very convenient that she had a hospital scare if he is truly dropping an album, okay? I don't know. I just saw this post and I said, Lord, let me share it with the people. So somebody said Tory's about to drop an album and all of a sudden she gets sick. Now we know in the past she has done things to overshadow things, but I don't know what's going on. I ain't gonna say yay or nay. I'm gonna just tell y'all what the people said, okay? I don't know when Tory album dropped. Let me see. Let's put two and two together. Why not? When does Tory Lanez album drop? April 3rd. Well, today the 1st. But did he drop some visuals or something? Oh, he did drop a visual. He did. Hold on. He did drop some stuff. I saw something somewhere. Y'all think she doing this to get back at Tory? Let me see. Tory Lanez. Is you talking about that lady in your song, Tory? Because you do be dropping subliminals on that girl. He do be dropping them bitches. I ain't gonna lie, I do it too though. Hold on. Let me see. Tory. Oh, we got a word from Meg. Let's get a word from Meg. Meg done spoke out. It says Megan Thee Stallion shares messages following her hospital stay, says she will return to the stage on Thursday. Well, what's Thursday? The 2nd? Today, Wednesday? It says, last night was a real wake-up call for me. I've been pushing myself past my limits lately, running on empty, and my body finally said enough. It honestly scared me. I thought I was going to faint on stage. I really tried to push through my performance, but I just couldn't. Hotties, I want to be real with y'all because you mean everything to me, and I hate letting y'all down. I just need one day to rest, reset, and take care of myself the way I should have been. I'll be right back on that stage. She says, Thursday, stronger, clearer, and ready to give you 100% the way you deserve. Thank you for always riding with me and loving me through everything. Signed, The Hoof. So that's what Megan had said. She said she passed out. Let me see. Get her on here. There you go. Now, what she was on there doing? Moulin Rouge? Like, you know, I seen this dude on TikTok go on live and he went off. He said, I'm tired of seeing ass. I'm with him. I'm tired of seeing ass. What is she doing? But I know whatever she's doing, she's showing her ass. Either way, if y'all want to pray for the bitch, pray for her. I don't know. Girl, let's move on. Get the likes up on the video, child. If y'all want to pray for her, pray for her. I'm not even going to tongue wrestle with y'all about it at this point. Because Meg, I just don't see what y'all, I don't know. I did see it when she first came out and she was doing that Tina Snow bit. I saw it then, but then after that, it literally faded away. Now I don't understand. All right, one more thing. So did y'all see? Remember I showed y'all the video of Tia Kemp saying that whenever she sees Tokyo, no, she did. Yeah, she did say she was gonna beat the piss out Tokyo Tony, and she said that because Tokyo Tony was on the internet threatening to unalive Black China, who is her daughter. And let me just say this. Now I understand. Let me get this on here. Now I understand why Tokyo Tony is mad. Let me get her on here. Black China. How you spell her name? I just seen my girl on the red carpet, and I said, oh, there you go. Look at Angela. Can y'all see this? Let me let y'all see it. Look at Angela.
Angela, can you have me at this camera?
Everybody, Angela White. This way, eyes over here. Can you get some after the get with glasses without? Yeah, but we want to see your eyes.
Okay. After.
And some without glasses.
For y'all who don't understand what's happening, Tokyo Toni is extremely jealous of her daughter. Everything Tokyo Toni did, her daughter not only did it, she superseded anything Tokyo Toni could have ever done. Tokyo Toni stripped, Blac Chyna stripped, and it landed her in a rich rapper's lap. And then she started living the lap of luxury, which didn't let her into the Kardashians, and so on and so forth. I don't know if Blac Chyna did corn. Yes, she did. I did see her on a couple of videos. Yes, I go search for the people if they got a video I want to see. So I went and seen her or whatever, dry. But at any rate, I did go see her. Did that well, I ain't gonna lie. Tokyo was let me stop. That's weird. Anyway, I'm speaking too hard out loud. I'm telling you, I seen both of them. I wanted to go see. But either way, Angela has surpassed her mother with everything. She's got children who love her. She's got family. She's got fame. She's got friends. I don't know if she got family and friends, but she definitely she got her kids. She's got munions. She don't hurt for nothing. And Tokyo is an evil bitch laid up somewhere wishing she coulda, woulda. And let me tell you something. When Tokyo says she hates China, believe her. Because she does hate China. Because China represents, like I told y'all, China represents the mirror to Tokyo Toni. China, every time Blac Chyna sees Tokyo Toni is reminded of what she didn't do. Tokyo Toni is reminded of all of her failures. Yes. Everything you did in your past landed you here, and everything she did in her past landed her here. And you looked up, Tokyo Toni finally looked up and realized, damn, I was trash. And it eats her alive. And this is why she hates her own daughter. I'm telling you, it's resentment. She hates her daughter because she ain't her daughter. And it's sad because she had her daughter. You would think this wouldn't be her mama, but it's very relevant in Black American communities, right? This is not a one-off. This happens all the time. So when Tia Kemp came out and cussed her out as she should, Tia basically was like, you an ain't shit bitch. She was like, as a mother, how dare you come on the internet and say you want to unalive your daughter? She said and Tia said what I said. Bitch, you only want her dead because you jealous of her. And she is. So now Tokyo Toni has responded to Tia Kemp. Let's get into it.
She can get past these motherfuckers because all that shit like this, bitch, I'm gonna stick and move and just pop. I'm gonna wear her. Tia Kemp, I'm gonna fuck you up, bitch. That's Ashley. What's your availability for tomorrow? China from Zeus. China Ashley. That's producers. When they fucking hit me, March the 10th. Hey Tia, I'm gonna get another show, but I hope they call the aunties back. Because as you just seen the text, I told them I'm busy because I'm working on something right now. Yeah, I'm working on my documentary. I hope they bring aunties back for you broke ass bitches. Not Tia, not the other bitch. We fuss, but I like her. Tia motherfucking rumble. Because I do. I'm going to walk just like this and smirk the fucking minding my business with my child, bro. Nobody talked about you and your half-dead ass son. I hope she can get past. Nobody talked about that dirty little nigga. Nobody's going to get me off her ass. You put your fucking hands on me. I'm a security, any of that. You put your hands on me, they're not going to touch you. They're going to fake me.
Why would she call that girl's son half dead? He not in a wheelchair, is he? Why would she say that? That lady said, you know what? I'm not even going to repeat it. Tokyo she got an entity on her. Something wrong with her. You got to let Tokyo go off into the sunset. She going to sit on here and act like she ain't need the money and she got it and blah, 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 you know. Oh, the one that got shot. Yeah. I forgot Tia had a son that got shot. Wow. Let's move on. Yeah, that's insane. That is insane. But again, you know, I don't know. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. That is insanitary. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah. Different. But she's an evil bitch. She's like a gremlin. You just gotta leave in a corner. You know what I'm saying? Let her, you know, sweat it out, sleep it off. You know, she may come out like Gizmo. If not, she'll just be, you know, the gremlin that she is. It's just how it goes. Now, I want to move on, y'all. All right. Now, let's get into Boosie. You know, OG Murder had a theory about Boosie. He said Boosie was trying to be relevant and keeping his name in the algorithm by doing stupid shit. According to OG Murder thinks that Boosie basically orchestrated all of that stuff that's been happening recently just to be in the algorithm. And I was saying, I don't think so, because nigga ain't gonna put no SA charges on a minor on themselves, right? But then again, who knows? Now, all of a sudden, Boosie's back on live, and he just randomly tells us how when he was a kid, a grown crackhead SA'd him. I don't know why he wants us to know this, but he does. Now, mind you, this is the same Boosie who hired strippers to SA his own children, okay? But ultimately, that's what these hood niggas do, okay? Not all of them, but the ones like Boosie. So let's get into Boosie and his story time. Again, I don't know why we need to know this, but let's get into Boosie.
Come up in the crack era, bro. First person to suck my dick was a crackhead. If you from the hood, the first person who really suck your dick is a crackhead. When you like 12, crackheads suck your dick. You tell your uncles, one of them give you a little piece of crack. But crackheads back then, they ain't look like, they wouldn't toe up. They had fine crackheads, for real. My first head come from a crackhead. Me and my partners, our first head come from a crackhead. Yeah, if you a real street nigga, you know about this. Like, if you a real street nigga, most time your first head come from a crackhead. If you was raised where junkies was everywhere, you could get a crackhead to suck your dick before your girlfriend. Back then, eating pussy and giving head with no big thing back then. Like, nah, crackheads wouldn't toe up back. Everybody was on crack. Like, nice bitches was on crack. Like, man, you had Denim Springs bitches. I'm talking about, you had working mamas on crack. All I do is get a little dime rock. For come on the block, bad, nice bitches from LSU, all kind of bitches. They come looking for a 20 rock, dime rock. Just tell them, man, suck my dick, I give you a rock. Come up in the crack era, bro.
So what Boosie is describing, if I could put it in an educational term, what Boosie is describing is an era in time where crack started to fill the neighborhoods, and the crackheads didn't look like Pookie from the movie. A lot of them were functioning crackheads. They had families, they had careers. Y'all remember that DC Mayo hat was on crack too? It was a time when the black people started being immune to the crack. You feel what I'm saying? And there actually was a time where decent women, if you didn't know, you know what I'm saying? They really did partake. They did. If you wasn't there and it sounds unbelievable, I get it, but I'm telling you what it is. Okay. Yeah, Marion Barry, that's the mayor who was on crack. Nobody knew. They had a whole mayor, nigga, on crack, doing hella shit for the community. He was cold, too. Niggas love Marion Barry. And he was on crack the whole time. He not lying. They did have functioning crackheads, is what they called them. And they probably was decent-looking girls. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, why do we need to hear this? What is he trying to promote? Like, what do you want with us? Why? I just don't understand. Like, yeah, it is literally history. People, listen, y'all. This is let's rename this live. Get me up here, cause y'all gonna be mad when I start talking about Brandy. Cause I'm not gonna rewrite history for y'all to make y'all comfortable in 2026. I'm not gonna do it. Now I'm not gonna condone it if it's wrong, but if it happened, we gonna discuss it. And I'm gonna need y'all to put your big girl panties on now. I'm going to need y'all to stop being so emotionally charged by some of this stuff, because the internet is not a real place. At the end of the day, y'all can sit up here and say what should and shouldn't go on, but it don't happen in real life. It only works on the internet. So I'm telling y'all now, it was a real time when real functioning people with families and husbands and wives and houses and cars and vacation homes, yes, they was on crack. And yes, they was sucking little boys' penis for crack. Now, do I think they should have been doing it? Absolutely not. Do I condone it? No, but we're not going to act like it didn't happen because, oh my God, that's horrible. It did. Remember, the internet is not the real world. Okay? The internet is not the real world. The internet only exists on the internet, okay? Now, I want to move. Hold on. Did y'all see Marvin Sapp? Now, if y'all don't know about the story about Marvin Sapp, really quickly, me and my mama went to see Marvin Sapp. My auntie, my grandma's sister, had invited us to her church. And she said Marvin Sapp was coming down. She said, come on by the church. He's doing a concert. She said, I bought y'all some tickets. And we wanted to go see the new song, Never Would Have Made It. That's the only reason I went. I had to hear the song. It was popping on the radio. And we got down there, and Marvin Sapp said he needed a collection plate. And he said, everybody who don't get up and put in the collection plate, he said, God gonna put his wrath on you. That's what he said. So I went up and put my 50 cents in. But my mama had said she not doing it. All we know is the next morning, a tree fell on her car. Now, I will say this. Marvin Sapp did say when he was in the church that the last time a lady didn't give him or put in a collection plate, he said that lady walked out the church and got hit by ambulance. So I told my mama, at least you wasn't in the car when the tree fell on you. I swear to God, this is a real story. I'm not making this up. I'm not being funny. This is a real story. It happened in real life. Ever since then, I don't trust this nigga. I am glad I put my 50 cents in the collection plate. However, I do feel like he put some witchcraft on that tree and it hit my mama car. I do believe that. At any rate, and I just heard, I think he put a spell over the church. I do. I don't care what nobody says. At any rate, now he's got a new handle. He's got a new gig. He want to put a water slide to slide your churn right on into heaven. Child. Apparently, according to Marvin Sapp, he says these kids don't know real good fun, and he want to put your children on a spiritual water slide and have them slide on into heaven. Now, let me just say this. Pastors working with young boys and young children has never sat right with me. I'm going to say it again. Pastors working with young boys, especially the males, I'll go with that. And if somebody might say it's misogynistic, but oh well. Pastors working with young children have always never sat right with me because I hear the stories over and over again. Then on top of it not sitting right with me, when people have such a, not all the time, but certain people who have this affinity for children, oh, I want to do this for the children. I want to do that for the children, especially when they have checker passes. I always squint my eye. Like, nigga, why is you trying to create a water slide for the children to slide on into heaven? And who's the heaven and where they going? But again, church is a gimmick. Not all churches. Some churches. Most churches today. Not all. But these gimmicky ass churches and these people who are blind. You know what make me think about? Them kids who came out with Eddie Long. I remember all them little boys came out and these women were giving their sons to this pastor thinking that that pastor was going to help their sons. Whole time finding out the pastor was over there doing stuff to their sons. Again, black women, be mindful of this when y'all handing over your children to these religions. They are typically ran by demons. And I believe Marvin Sapp is definitely a demon, because nobody not going to make me believe that nigga ain't cast no spell on that whole church. No way this man could sit in the church and say, the last sermon I did, the lady didn't want to put in the collection plate and she walked outside and get hit by a damn ambulance. Then the next day a tree fall on my mama called, man, watch out. Y'all don't believe in this shit. I'm telling you what be going on. Okay? But anyway, now he want to slide y'all churn into heaven. Let's get into it.
We're going to have baptism for our kids. Now listen, this is sick. Listen.
I don't think children should be baptized. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut him off. As a young prior Jehovah's Witness, I think the worst thing you could do is baptize a kid. Why? Unless the child wants it. Unless the child is putting his own foot forward to baptism. When you parents go and make your children get baptized, you're not helping them. You're hurting them more than you're helping them. So now here it is. He going to put a slide up and all these parents about to go make their children get baptized.
I'm a youth pastor at heart. And we're going to have a slide for the babies. So they'll be able to, they got to be at least 5 up. Let me say that. But for the babies, we can have a slide. And I'm going to be at the bottom of the slide so they can just slide down the slide. And when they're at the top, I'm going to say, in Jesus' name. And they're going to slide down the slide. And they're going to go right in the water. Y'all ain't never seen no baptism like this. Y'all like, what? Where's the spiritual part? It's going to be spiritual. Trust me. But we want to just see, sometimes, hear me, you have to be strategic against the enemy. Y'all missing it. Some of y'all babies don't want to get in the bathtub, but they'll jump in the pool. I can't get no help here. I'm by myself. So make sure that you sign them up. We're going to have baptism for our kids. Now,
you heard that? Make sure that you sign them up, and they're going to sign them up in droves. Now, mind you, the idea of him being in the pool and the kids coming down a water slide and he at the bottom is eerie as fuck. It's very eerie. And let me also add, a lot of these pastors, I don't know if y'all knew this, but I'm going to tell you if you didn't, they have a secret fraternal organization amongst these pastors. I'm not saying it's him. I'm just telling y'all what I heard. It's a conspiracy theory. Don't pay me no mind. Just keep listening. They have a fraternal order amongst them, and they do some of the most heinous, vile shit with animals, children, men and women, and everything in between. And this isn't nothing new. These type of pastoral freak-offs been happening for centuries. And the Clears got one, the Conquistadors got one, and the niggas got one too. So him hollering, I'm going to be at the bottom of the pool while you sign your child up to go down a damn slide and he catch him is ironic and odd as to me. And I wouldn't dare make my child go do something like that with no grown-ass pastor man at the bottom of the damn pool. Why would you even want to get in a kiddie's pool? Why would that even come to your mind, you freak? But y'all just be handing y'all children off. Y'all just be handing y'all children off because these people be having these statuses. I don't give a damn if he's a pastor, a police, or a parishioner. That nigga don't need to be at the bottom of nobody's slide with nobody's children coming down it. Period, point blank. It don't even feel right when you say it out loud. But watch all them people running up in that church. And let me say this too, because this is how the church gets y'all. They'll tell you, they put that scripture up there. As for me in my house, we shall serve the Lord. And they take it out of context to get you to force your whole family to fall down the bullshit rabbit hole most of y'all fall down when y'all go into any of these religions. It's all a play. Mental manipulation. These pastors take psychology and sociological classes to learn how to control you. And here you go just signing up your child because you done got caught up on the religion bug. Now the children got to go be in the religion, and whole time you may not even stay in the religion your damn self. Stop that shit. And I'm not saying that your house shouldn't serve God. I'm not saying that you shouldn't instill the Most High in your household. But I am a firm believer as an adult. If you want to go deep dive and monkey stomp off in the church, you go do it. Why are you dragging me into that bullshit? I might be triggered because I hated when my mama made us become Jehovah's Witness. I said I will never in my fucking life deal with religion. I hated the Jehovah's Witness. I still hate them. I do. I hated that shit. I despised it every fucking day of the week. It was like hell, bitch. It was like living in prison. It was horrible. You had to be there. And it wasn't my house. It was the way the house switched when my mama decided she wanted to be a Jehovah's Witness. Now our whole lives is ruined because you won't go play Jehovah's Witness. Girl, please. Girl, listen. You had to, man. And ever since then, I've never dealt with religion. I don't want nothing to do with it. Nothing. That shit's weird. That shit is weird. And it's not just Jehovah's Witness, even with the Baptist church. Because even when we used to go to church with my grandma, part of the deal us going by my grandma was we had to go to church on Sunday. Now, one thing I will give the Baptist church, it was crazy. I just didn't understand how crazy it was then. But it didn't seem as crazy as some of the stuff that was going on behind the Kingdom Hall and Jehovah's Witness Church. But even then, I never understood religion. I never understood why people were so infatuated with it. And I've always known from a little bitty girl, I'm not doing religion. I am not putting myself in a position where I'm going to get caught up under nobody's religion. I knew it from a little girl. I didn't know why I knew it, but I just knew it. You know what I'm saying? I think that there are some kids who have an affinity to the Most High, and they're going to come to you and say, "Man, I want to get baptized." Or they're going to get up at church when they're doing the altar call. You know what I'm saying? Those are the children who should be baptized, not the ones because you done let the pastor buck your duck ass up. As for me in my house, he just need the bodies to count for his 501c3 with the government. He don't give a damn about you or your kids. And Pastor, I use that word loosely, that Marvin Sapp sitting at the bottom of a pool waiting for people's children is ridiculous. Do not do that. Please don't sign y'all children up for that. And if you do, don't come back later and tell us what happened. We don't want to hear it. Don't come back later and say, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." Nope, we don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Sorry that happened to you. But what y'all eating for dinner? Facts. Because a lot of Black Americans got a hard head. And I know my mama and the old folks used to say, hard head make a soft ass. And a lot of y'all asses need to be tender. Facts. Now, did y'all see Lil Durk? He's a Muslim. They say he been a Muslim. Well, let me just say this. If Durk been a Muslim, then everything I believe about the Muslims in the past is obviously true. That them niggas is some gangsters. Them niggas hide behind the bean pie and the bow tie. And them niggas really be on some hood shit. Because I heard somebody in the thing say that Durk been a Muslim. Now, I know his daddy was over there playing Muslim down in prison, but don't they all? But I didn't know Muslims call hits on people. I didn't know Muslims put hits out on niggas. I didn't know. I came up on the Malcolm X movie. I thought they all was nice and they all cared about the brothers. I didn't know they put hit out on niggas and their cousins and friends and whatnot. I didn't know that. But apparently this is like our average Muslim. So they say that he was a Muslim when he was killing niggas. That don't mean nothing. They say he still is a Muslim. Asia say hiding under a kufi. Hello? It's a lot of niggas hiding under them kufis. Girl, don't start me. But anyway, Durk has been awaiting trial for his murder trial that he's on, and he's just waiting, and he had a word for the people, and I think it's Durk trying to come around. I don't know, the nigga might be trying to meet parole or something, but all of a sudden he has positive words to speak. You know, it reminds me of what Charleston White said when he says niggas need jail. He said it's what did he say it was? He said it was a reconstruction or something of the mind. I don't believe Durk because I don't think Durk been locked up long enough. However, I do believe that for the right person, it can reconstruct their mind. Anyway, it says, while awaiting trial, Lil Durk is using his time behind bars to reflect and send a powerful message about purpose and change. In a recent prison call, the Chicago native opened up about where his mindset is today, revealing a deeper sense of responsibility beyond music. He shared that he wants to save this generation. Nigga, you just killed the generation. How you gonna save them? He wants to save this generation and admitted He's tired of being a pawn for the culture, signaling a notable shift in perspective. It says, as he remains incarcerated on murder for hire charges, Durk's latest message reflects a desire to move differently and influence the culture in a more positive way. Let's get into Durk.
Update on my mental, my mind state. I just been reading, getting into these books, just working on my patience. I've been reading Pawns in the Game by William Gackar, Dewey P. Newton, Fred Hampton, Elaine Brown, just all the revolutionaries, who've been through something and stand for something that a lot of people don't know of or forgot about. And I just been, it's just been sitting on my heart lately to just save the generation, bro. Save these kids. They don't deserve. I just want to give y'all just an update on my mental, my mind state. I'm just tired of being a pawn for the culture. Just entertaining and being ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I want to change the world around to being positive. I want to start with saying, like, when it comes to support, I'd be cool because, when Jay-Z went through his situation, he the people's champ. They turned their back on him. Even Drake and Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be the first one to just do it, you know what I'm saying? And not saying the first one to do it, but, for these kids, we got to be their heroes. You know what I'm saying? They got to look up to us in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people ain't gonna like it. If you can't make money off of it, they ain't gonna like it. So I'm gonna be the first one to do it. Revolutionary. I'm just tired of being a pawn for the culture.
So now my boy say here, revolutionary, free Huey Newton, I guess. I don't know. That's the type of time he on or whatever. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't believe it. Is that bad? I don't believe it. I just feel like this is cap. I don't feel like Durk sat down long enough to really want to save the children. I mean, you did just kill a whole generation of children, but now you want to turn around and save the children, Durk. Go lay down. I don't believe it. But ultimately, it's good to say. And if he does do it and prove me wrong, I think that would be great. I think that would be dope. And I think that would be best. But do I believe that that's genuinely what he want to do? Hell no. It looks like he might be trying to go see somebody or going up to something for some sort of something, and he needs to look good. So let me hurry up and put this message out. I'm sorry. But Durk, we'll see how it go at your trial, honey. We'll see how it go at your trial. I don't know what's going on. I think he probably gonna get life. I'm just saying. I don't know if he's gonna get life, but I think he is gonna do a lot of time. I do. Because Durk, he did a lot before he went in there. He did a lot. Now I want to move on, y'all, really quick. Hold on. I'm just making sure I didn't lose nothing. Get the likes up really quick, y'all. Hold on. Let me pull this Will Smith video. So Will Smith, we're going to move to that. Will Smith did an interview, and he spoke about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and the sacrifice, quotation fingers, that he had to make to do the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now, before we get into the story Will is about to tell, I'm going to tell y'all what I heard, because don't get me the line. I wasn't in Philly. I don't know what's going on. But I heard that another rapper, MC Shan, was originally chosen to play the Fresh Prince. I also heard said original rapper decided that he didn't want to give up a little booty for the role. So he said, nah, I ain't doing it. And then I also heard that right after that came Will. And I heard that MC Shan said, I know what they asked me to do for the role. I don't know what they asked him to do for the role, but I know what I said, and I could see what he said. You see what I'm saying? And I'm just using that for lack of better terms. Now, the rumors and speculation around that, I did a video on this a while ago, but the rumors and speculation, around that is that Benny Medina, who is supposed to be what the Fresh Prince is modeled after, him and allegedly some of them other cats was allegedly bending Will over. They said Will was doing the bending, and they say that's how he got the role as the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They say Quincy Jones had a tag at him too. I don't know it to be true. Don't get me the line. This is all allegedly, and this is what they said. I'm just telling y'all what they were saying back then and what they said up until now. But now Will Smith Another one of these celebrities that's coming out of the woodworks for what reason we don't know, with this random information that none of us asked, but he wants to come out and tell us what his sacrifice was to get the part. And let me just say this, it is an iconic part. It did lead Will to be the Will Smith that we know. But I'm telling y'all, I believe in my heart of hearts, Will is a lame ass nigga. There's something about him that we don't know, and that the wool's been pulled over our eyes about Will. There's something I can't put my finger on it. I don't know, something about him. Anyways, let's get into Will explaining his sacrifice. Y'all, get the lights up.
Your lightning specifically, that lightning strike moment for you happened at a party.
Yeah, at Quincy Jones's house.
Yeah, can you set the scene for us a bit?
So there's a guy named Benny Medina.
Yeah.
Benny Medina is actually the real live Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Benny had gone from Watts to Beverly Hills. He pitched me the show. I was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. And he invited me to Quincy's house. It was Quincy's birthday after the Soul Train Music Awards. I was in town. I was just going to meet Quincy. So we go and he said, hey, did Benny tell you about the show? So yeah, Benny told me it's really cool. You interested? Quincy, he had been drinking a little bit that night. And he was like, all right, we're gonna do an audition. I was like, what? There were, a bunch of people in the room, and Quincy wanted me to do an audition in the middle of his living room at a party. And I was like, yo, Q, I can't do a.
Now let me say this. I've heard him tell this story, and I call cap. Will wants us to believe that he was this unsuspecting kid who got a shot at this role, and he randomly went over to Quincy Jones' house, as I call QJ. He done popped up at QJ house, who just happened to have Benny Medina and everybody there, and they put him on the spot, and that's how he got the role. I don't believe that. Because let's be honest, when you watch the earlier episodes of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will wasn't that great of an actor. Will didn't come into being that great of an actor until he took his ritual, until he crossed the burning sands, until he sold his soul to the devil. I'm just playing. No, maybe I'm not. Maybe it's the truth in that. I don't know. But at the very beginning, he was not a great actor. He didn't become a great actor till after he got hit in the booty on, what's the name of that movie? 23 Degrees of Separation. What's the name of the movie? How many degrees of separation they said it was on the movie? After that movie, he became a great actor. But I think it was after he went through the rituals he had to go through. I'm just saying. And remember, I remember Tupac. Somebody put that in there. I remember Tupac did say Quincy Jones wanted to get his booty. Or it was 6 degrees. Thank you, Black Money. I didn't know how many degrees of separation it was. But at the end of the day, he didn't start really acting good until after that. So I don't believe that he put on such a daring and glaring performance at Quincy Jones' house, and they were all like, oh my God, this is the guy. We got to get him. I don't believe that. I don't believe it, y'all, because he was okay when he first came on. He wasn't even that great. If the show itself was great, I'm not taking anything away from it. I'm talking about specifically Will Smith's acting skills. Specifically, if you think I'm lying, go back and watch the first few episodes when the living room looked different on The Fresh Prince. Put a 3 in the chat. When the living room and the kitchen was different, when toward the middle or toward the end of the beginning of the show, they changed the living room, they opened it up, and they opened up the kitchen. They put different cabinets back there. But if you go look at the show, when they had the smaller living room and they had the weirder looking kitchen, he was not acting that well. He started doing better as the time went by. Does that make sense? But he want to make it seem like that's what it was.
Audition. I haven't studied anything. And, he took me in the other room and he was like, okay, tell me what you need. And I was like, Q, I need a couple weeks. I'm not even really an actor. If I can get a script, then I can get something to work on. He said, oh, so you need 2 weeks. I said, yeah. And he said, well, what's going to happen in 2 weeks is Brandon Tartikoff, who's the head of NBC, something's going to come up in his kid's game and he's not going to be able to do it. So he's going to postpone. And he's going to need 2 weeks. So then we'll do it in 30 days. And I was like, oh, yeah, 30 days would be good. That'd be more, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. And he's like, but then his right hand, Warren Littlefield, something's going to come up and he's not going to be able to be there and they got to postpone again. And he said, but right now.
This is a random thought. And the fact that he's looking at the camera is confirmation. What if Will sacrificed or was part of the sacrifice on Pac? And let me tell you why I'm saying that. This is a conspiracy theory. Y'all know I go as far. But think about it. Tupac was an actor, a trained actor, and a damn good one. Also, Tupac was a rapper, a damn good one. Will Smith wanted nothing more than to be what? An actor and a rapper. Just what if? Just random what if? Part of that sacrifice, or part of him, Tupac being up out of here, Will could have had something to do. Because remember, when you sacrifice other energies, according to how I believe it goes, don't you get some of that energy too? Like, ain't that part of the reason of the sacrifice? If I sacrifice you, now I get to embody your energy. I'm just saying. Let's move on.
Everybody that needs to say yes to this show is sitting in my living room waiting for you to audition. And I was like, fuck it, give me 10 minutes. It was such a valuable lesson. It's like, there's very few things more powerful than fuck it. Fuck it.
Just leaping.
Just go.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you have the dream, the opportunity's there. Just go. You know, and I was in his library, and it was like a Oprah Winfrey Color Purple poster and a Michael Jackson 48 million sold. You know, and Michael was looking at me, he was like, what you gonna do, Will? You know.
If you close your eyes, are you able to see yourself in that 10-minute span?
It's like,
do you even recall it vividly?
It's crazy. It's like a blank spot. It's a total blank spot in my memory. Like, I have no recollection of what I said and what I did. It was just
because he was under a spell.
Just a standing ovation. Everybody stood up and clapped. And Quincy pointed to the head of NBC. He said, "Did you like it?" And he said, "Yeah, Quincy." He said, "Don't bullshit me. I'm asking you, did you like it? You know what I mean." And Quincy had everybody's lawyers come to the house that night. He said, "I need a deal memo tonight."
Y'all remember, let me see if I can find it. Y'all remember, this is coming to my head, this is why I gotta tell y'all. Y'all remember, what's the name of that, Space Jam? Space Jam. I'm tying this together. Y'all remember the Space Jam when, what's the name of the monsters that was getting their powers through the basketball? They had Muggsy Bogues. They had, here they go. Look, I'm about to tie two and two together. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Hold on. Pay me no mind. But listen. Now, I don't want this. I don't want to get copywritten. In the movie Space Jam, these monsters that's around, what's the boy name? The bald head boy, Michael Jordan. In the movie Space Jam, Muggsy Bogues, what's that clear boy name who played it with Boston? Larry Bird, all of them. They wasn't really that good. Listen, they wasn't really that good until they got the powers from the basketball, the energy from the basketball. I used to watch this. I watched this as a kid. This is telling my age. Now, all of the energy and power was inside the basketball, and whenever the Monstars touched the basketball, then they turned into the players that we knew, the Larry Bird, I forgot who all was in there. But it wasn't until the energy transferred from the basketball. Now, why is this important? I believe that same concept happens when the industry sacrifices real talent. Like, for instance, it's almost like catching or hunting down a deer. If you hunt down a deer and it's a huge deer, you can eat off of it for months, or you can feed multiple people off of one big deer. The bigger the energy, the bigger the sacrifice, the more people eat off of it. Pay attention. I'm trying to add two and two together. So, for instance, of energy sacrifice as big as a Tupac, right? That would feed how many people energetically? It would feed Will Smith. It would feed Diddy. It would feed a world of people over, and he'd still have more energy left over. I'm talking about Tupac, because Tupac was a chosen seed, whether y'all want to know it or not. Okay? And because Tupac was a chosen seed, anything he touched, he excelled at it. And all of these people in that industry knew it. They all knew it. It don't matter if it was acting, rapping. It didn't matter what it was. Philanthropy work. Whatever he did, if he touched it, it turned into gold. So I'm saying all that to say, what if, just what if, Tupac was one of those energy sacrifices where they transferred that energy to a lot of people in the industry because it would make sense for what the industry was trying to do. Remember, they want to create these characters and create your leaders. They don't want you to pick your leaders. So they would definitely sacrifice a Tupac to get that energy off to the people like the Will Smiths, the Jay-Z's, the Diddy's, the Beyoncé's. I don't want to make y'all mad. Because I think Beyonce got a lot of her energy from Aaliyah and Jay-Z too. I think when they sacrificing these people, they get to ingest their energies. I'm telling you, man. I don't know where I'm getting this from. It's coming out of my head. It's coming from the ancestors. I believe that these mother pluckers, when these people sacrifice these people, they get to ingest their energies. Let me get back to the finishing this.
He understands magic.
See?
You know, and that's
how is that the next thing to come back? See? Man, these people be putting this stuff right in your face. And this is the worst part. Somebody will look at me and tell me I'm a conspiracy theorist. And they'll say it right out loud. But say it in a way to make you think it ain't what it is, man.
Everybody stood up and clapped. And Quincy pointed to the head of NBC. He said, "Did you like it?" And he said, "Yeah, Quincy." He said, "Don't bullshit me. I'm asking you, did you like it? You know what I mean." And Quincy had everybody's lawyers come to the house that night. He said, "I need a deal memo tonight." He understands magic, you know, and that's the thing about Quincy. It's like he knows that you can only work to a certain degree. You can only prepare to a certain degree.
How is that not telling you what I just said? That means you could be as talented as you want, unless you have that gift, unless you have that thing, that je ne sais quoi, that energy, that Tupac and Aaliyah effect, you're not going to be who you want to be. This is why he said QJ, Quincy Jones, understands magic. Come on, man.
You can be a master piano player. You can be a master, you know, basketball player. But for the magic to happen and you become LeBron, you become Kobe, like that's a
Oh my God. I swear to God, I did not listen to this damn interview before I came on here. I might have listened to the first 20 seconds of this interview and played it. I swear to God, this is my first time hearing this interview. Listen to what he's saying. I just gave y'all the reference about the goddamn Space Jam. Listen to what he said. When I told you I believe they harvesting the energy through the basketball, doing the same thing in the industry. Look at what he just said.
To a certain degree. You can only prepare to a certain degree. You can be a master piano player. You can be a master, you know, basketball player. But for the magic to happen and you become LeBron, you become Kobe, like that's another thing.
But I'm the crazy one, right? Now, I know y'all gonna say I might be reaching, but I'm telling you, look at the people that's been sacrificed. Somebody asked who all were got off of energy harvesting with Whitney Houston. I believe Christina Aguilera or Mariah. I believe a lot of them hoes got energy off of Whitney. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, man, we don't know nothing about energy as a regular people at the grassroots. This how them people been able to play it within our face the whole time. Will is straight up telling you, talent is not enough. There's a magic that has to happen. And he's not talking about some random, oh my God, it's a miracle. What is the magic that he's referring to? Come on, man. The nigga just described what I told y'all about the Space Jam joint.
Tom Brady's a really good example of somebody who knows how to stay steady and wait for magic.
Because Tom Brady is a created character. I've been saying this for years and years and years, and niggas looked at me like I'm crazy. Tom Brady is according to the NFL, one of the greatest NFL quarterbacks ever played. And I've been saying since the beginning that nigga is a created character. He not that good. He not that good. And people been telling me I've been tripping. He just said it. Even Tom Brady needs that magic. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Man.
And you become LeBron, you become Kobe. Like, that's another thing. Tom Brady's a really good example of somebody who knows how to stay steady and wait for magic. You know, he knows in the third quarter, magic shows up all the time. It doesn't matter what happened in the first two quarters. Right. He's waiting for the magical wave, and then he's going to be prepared. And when it comes, because he knows about it and other people don't. You know?
What? What happened, Will? Why does he wait for the magic, Will?
All the time. It doesn't matter what happened in the first two quarters. Right. He's waiting for the magical wave, and then he's going to be prepared. And when it comes, because he knows about it and other people don't.
I get the little girl up here. Get the little girl up here at this point. I don't know what else to tell you niggas. At this point, like I say, I don't know what else to tell you niggas. Get her up here.
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
Y'all gonna learn this shit ain't no conspiracy theory. This is real life. Man, listen to me and listen to me good. These people is telling y'all the truth in front of your face. It's up to you to use your discernment to be able to see how it is and what it is they saying. He telling you what it is. He understood when he says Tom Brady understands that no matter what in the third quarter, the magic is going to happen. And he knows this because he believes it and nobody else does. It's all he's saying is they understand a different level of spirituality that they use to their advantage that most of you would never understand because you're too caught up on religion. He's telling you, even if you don't believe what I said, go back. I shared it on my Twitter. Go back and listen to this interview, this little clip. It's a 4-minute clip. Go back and listen to this interview on my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, Voodoo Doll TV. Scroll down and go get this clip. And listen to it, what he said without me stopping so you can understand what I'm saying. And when I tell you, if you listen with discernment, don't listen with your regular ears. These ears, like these eyes, gonna lie to you every day. Listen with discernment and listen to what he's saying. He's telling you the exact same thing, just in a different way. I believe, because I'm a conspiracy theorist, I just believe that certain people are sacrificed for certain reasons. And the bigger the energy sacrifice, the more people can eat. So if you sacrifice a great like a Ray Charles, or if you sacrifice a great like a Sam Cooke, you know how many people could have eaten off of that? And when I say eat, I mean energy-wise. How many people can absorb these energies? When Aaliyah died, all of a sudden Beyonce became what we know. Let's call a thing, because she was not that when Aaliyah was here. She wasn't. Jay-Z wasn't what Jay was until Biggie died. Let's call a thing a thing. All of these great people have to die for these other people to prop up and take their place. Y'all ain't put the 2 and 2 together yet? Marvin Gaye, yes, another one. Marvin Gaye, yes. All of these great people with this organic, God-like energy are dying. When I say energy, I mean to create music or create whatever talent it is. All of these God-like people are dying, and then all of these people just popping up out of nowhere. Call me a conspiracy theory all you want. I'll take it. I'll be that. I will be the conspiracy theorist because I know I ain't wrong. I'm early. Let's move on. Left Eye. Don't get me started on Left Eye. Let me tell y'all something. I've been thinking this since all that stuff happened with Left Eye. I believe, because I told y'all Left Eye was the most talented person in or around that group. Left Eye was so talented, she created other groups. Not only did she create the groups, Left Eye was writing music, whole songs, writing packages, putting these girls' clothes together. Left Eye literally was creating mini hers in groups. Chili couldn't do it if she tried. T-Bone, what's the girl named T-Bone? Chili, Left Eye, T-Bias. T-Bone couldn't do it neither. T-Bone nor Chili don't have enough talent in they couldn't stand next to Lisa Left Eye Lopez. They couldn't stand next to her. So all of a sudden, Lisa gone, and these hoes been diddy bopping ever since, just two of them, and we don't want to see it, we don't want to hear it, and we don't want to find it. That's why nobody want to see them dancing with 50-11 background dancers with T-Bone. Baby, baby, baby. We don't want to see that ugly ass shit. We don't want to see it. And we damn sure don't want to see Chili in that raglass falsetto. We don't want to see it. Because you hoes, I believe you hoes had something to do with my girl Chili. I've been putting this since it happened. I said, them hoes, you got to watch them. I said it. Y'all wasn't there, but I was there when I said it. I said, you got to watch them hoes. I ain't like the way they cried at the funeral. I ain't like it. I ain't like the way they was when they got up on stage and started talking about... because Lisa was our friend. I said, oh, there you go. I said, oh, don't believe that. Don't believe that. And you know what it reminded me of? Remember when Bernie Mac died? And that raggedy son of a bitch, what his name is, Steve Harvey and them, and Daryl Lynn. Remember they got up there? Oh, he was our brother. We love him. Girl, please. Okay? How many people ate off of Bernie energy? How many people ate off of Robin Harris energy? Y'all ready to have a conversation? Or no? Let's move on. I don't want to go too far. Let's move on. I'm just asking. It's a lot of people... Now, I want to move to Funky. Did y'all see this video? Let me start by saying this. I do not care about who you vote for. As a matter of fact, I think your vote is your choice. I do not think that if you vote left or right, it deters me or it makes me believe that it has something to do with you personality-wise. And let me tell you why. Because I come from a school of thought or a school of time where your beliefs and your religious practices and your political beliefs were yours. It was kind of like a don't ask, don't tell thing all over America. So we didn't know if you were Black and were Republican because unless somebody brought it up and asked, typically we didn't know. It was typically whatever you do when you go to the booth, that's on you. But then I realized in 2020, when they were doing this whole control thing, they really started with a huge divisive plan, okay? And part of that divisive plan is to divide Black American people. And how are they going to divide these people? Using celebrities. I told you these celebrities are puppets. This whole Chili back and forth with the T-Bias thing, it could be theater for all we know. Just a reason for us to go at each other. How do we even know that any of this is even real? But even if it was, we've come to a time in society where somebody's personal beliefs and their personal political views have now caused you, Black America, to say, I don't want you around me because you don't think exactly the way that I think. That is extremely dangerous. One of the worst things we could do as a community, and anybody who promotes that is an enemy. And that's why we get to Funky. Get his ugly ass up here. So Funky, first of all, let's start bike. Let's start bike. First and foremost, Funky, ever since he screwed up down there at the Fox Soul people, he has been trying to find his way. He thought he was going to run Fox Soul out of business, and he kind of did. But then after that, he realized the money wasn't money in the way he thought it was going to money. So Funky was already back in Florida. And I remember he moved back to Atlanta. And I thought to myself, the timing of Funky moving back to Atlanta was kind of weird because number one, when he left there, he said he'd never come back. And number two, I started looking at the people and the things that he was talking and saying. And I said, is he a political puppet? And this is what I'm asking. I'm not saying this is what it was. I'm telling you what I asked. I say, is this funky bastard a political puppet? Because why is all of his commentary more geared toward politics? And again, there's nothing wrong with Funky talking about politics. It's nothing wrong with Funky being a left winger or right winger or whatever wing he is. My problem is Funky's message has now turned into telling all of his followers that if they, family and friends, don't have their full political views, then they should disregard them and disconnect from them. I have a problem. I have a huge fucking problem. Because first of all, misery loves company. That funky bitch be in the house by himself all day and all fucking night. So of course he wants you in the house by yourself, duck, duck, goose, telling you to go against your mama, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your family, your friends, all because they don't vote like you. Y'all are allowing the enemy to separate you, and they're not going to do it themselves. They're going to get people who look like you to do it. Now is the time for us to come together. I don't like the left versus right, the red pill versus the nigga sales versus the divestors. I don't like none of it. Because now is not the time for us to be beefed out with each other. Now Black America is the time for us to get together. So I find it ironic that Funky would take to his Instagram and his page, his YouTube page, to get on here to tell all of his followers and people who think like these idiots that if they family and friends don't vote like them, then they should completely disconnect from them. Do not let these people stop you from your heaven on earth. These people who I believe, this is what I don't know this to be true, but I believe Funky got paid by the powers that were to do exactly what the fuck he's doing. Come on this internet and get y'all to hate your own people behind some regular ass politics, and none of these clears give a damn about none of you niggas. And what pissed me off, not even is what he said. It's the amount of women in the comments and the amount of likes and shares and subscribes that he got from saying the shit. Because it made me mad because in my mind, it's working. Think about who you getting this advice from. Funky has failed at everything he has done. He sits at home alone. He don't have no companion. It's just him, ashy knees, cocaine, and goddamn ski slopes. Allegedly. And he on the internet telling you to disregard and disconnect from the people that you need to be connecting to. That's a problem. That's a huge freaking problem to me. But I'm pretty sure he getting paid to come on here and say what he's saying. Now, I don't know it to be true. I believe, this is just what I believe. I believe Funky to move back to Atlanta so he can get paid by them regular ass politicians who got all the niggas in there in prison anyway, and he's paid by them to cause this division. I don't care what nobody say. I don't know if to be fact. This is only what I believe. Let's get into Funky telling his followers that they should not befriend or be close to people who don't vote like them. He said he drawing the line in the sand.
Stakes game at this point. You are either a friend or an enemy. There is no more, everyone's allowed to have their own political view. No, the fuck you ain't. No, you not. You are not.
How does that sound? You're not allowed to have your own political view. Think about what he just said. You are not allowed to have your own political view. That sounds like slavery to me. What do you mean I'm not allowed to have? So you mean that if I decided that I want to vote opposite of you, I'm not allowed that privilege? Who the fuck is Funky? Mind you, he don't have nobody to cut off. He's alone all the time. So y'all cutting off y'all family to be alone like him, dummies, stupid. He already at home by himself all day, every day with nobody to love on. Now he about to get your dumb ass at home by yourself all day, every day with nobody to love on. This is the weirdest shit I ever heard. What you mean they don't get to have their own political views? This what we going to.
Allowed to have your own political views. No, you not, baby. Either you got the ones we got or you got to get the hell on. That's where we at with it. That is how life or death this situation is. See, we don't got too comfortable with this to each its own. Everybody could know the hell you can't, bitch. No, you can't. Not when people around here dying. Not when cost of living through the roof. Not when we at war. Not when they hunting people down like animals. Not when families being torn apart. Not with racist policies being put in place. Not with voter suppression going on. Not with alligator Alcatraz going on. Not with the global terror.
Mind you, according to the statistics, overwhelmingly, almost 90% of black women voted for the Democrats and almost 80% of the black men voted for the Democrats. So what the fuck do y'all want, you stupid motherfuckers, you dumbass bitches? According to your own stats, most of black America voted for your party. Why are y'all still upset with black America? These people are paid puppets, man. Y'all can't see this. Y'all can't see the play. How can you not see this? Maybe I have to start remember that I am a seer, so I see things that most of y'all don't see. How can y'all not understand what's happening in clear freaking time? Y'all, the overwhelming majority of black America voted for them people. Why are the Democrats mad at black America? Shouldn't they be mad at everybody else? I doubt it, because the only people get chastised when it comes to politics is black America. I'm going to say it again. The Hispanics don't get chastised when it comes to politics. The Asians don't get chastised when it comes to politics. The whites don't get chastised when it comes to politics. No other group gets chastised, talked down to like they ain't worth two nickels rubbed together, but black America. And every time they never get a clear person to do it. They always get somebody who look like you to do it. The Roland Martins and now the Funkies. I'll be damned. Can't a bitch with can't a bitch without a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out tell me to leave my house? Make it make sense. Mind you, again, the overwhelming majority of black America voted for these ducks. Why are y'all upset with black America? And you're the only one they talk to like that. You're the only one they talk to like that.
That this man is caused. No, ma'am. Not with our young boys going over there to war and returning back in caskets. No, ma'am. There is not no to each his own, bitch. No, there is not no you got the right to vote for who you want to vote for. No, ma'am, you don't. No, you don't. You got the right to get the fuck on. That's what you got the right to do. Either you with us, and y'all love throwing out black people ain't a monolith. To hell you say. Today we is, bitch. We is very monolithic today. Either your ass over here or you got to get the fuck on. So with that being said, unfortunately, TLC, y'all got to get the fuck on. Salt and Pepper and Spinderella, I know it ain't y'all fault, but that light-skinned hoe, don't put y'all on the list. Y'all got to get the fuck on. It's too much at stake. It's too much at stake. Get the hell from around me. Matter of fact, I'm at the point now, bitch, I need ID badges.
I agree. I think that black America should get the hell from around people who talk and think like Funky. Yes. Because it's toxic anyway. You don't want to be around people who literally want to tell you how to think and how to act and how to vote. That's slavery. That's slavery. What the fuck you mean? I don't get to make my own decisions now? Huh? And look at Eric Benet in the chat. 100%, brother. I've been looking at him sideways. All these paid puppets. Let me tell y'all something behind the scenes. And I don't know Funky to be a paid puppet, but I'm telling you what I know they be doing behind the scenes. This COINTELPRO, this CIA shit, this political shit is real. They will pay content creators. They will pay celebrities. They will pay all of these people to come on here and influence you the exact same way he's doing. to tell you to leave your family, to tell you to separate from the people you need. Mind you, in 2026, while the world is at odds, Black America needs to be together more now than anybody and than any time. I'm going to say it one more time. Given the climate of the world, Black America needs to be stuck together more now than any time in history. And the enemy knows that as well. This is why they would pay celebrities, content creators, and other people to come to you and say, no, separate. Because they know the power is in togetherness. Why do you think they've taken so many years and put in so much money into separating the family? Yeah. Why do you think that is? They understand the power in a relationship, in a household, in family. That's why they're doing that. And that's why I believe they pay the funkies of the world to come out and do exactly what he's doing. Remember, misery loves company. He don't have nothing going on in his life. Nothing. He's failed at damn near everything. He's just sitting over there, riding the ski slopes, waiting to go live every single fucking day. And this the nigga you listening to tell you to leave your family? Have you lost your rabbit? Let me tell y'all something. You're going to have family and friends who think different from you. That's a good thing. The moment you around people that think exactly the same as you, you need to be running from the hills. Let him finish this shit up.
I need hoes the way they vote a registration card for you meet me. Don't introduce me to no new bitch without saying, hi, this my friend Michelle, and she voted for Kamala. I need to know who you voted for before me and you could break bread. That's where we at with it. Believe it or not, there is a war going on in Iran. We at war right here. We are in the thick of a battle right now. So I need to know when I'm walking like this with my gun and you behind.
Funky, shut your punk ass up. Bitch, you ain't never picked up a gun in your life. Look at you, stupid ass nigga. The fuck? That's what pisses me off, bro. That's what really pissed me off. Because people be talking like this shit in real life. Bitch, you ain't never picked up no gun. When I'm walking, your punk ass switching, bitch, you gonna drop the gun. Fuck. How we gonna wait on you to do anything with the gun and your punk ass gonna be switching and you gonna drop the fucking gun? Stupid ass nigga. Man, y'all gotta stop letting these people tell y'all anything, man. Feminine ass. I'm more masculine than this nigga.
I need to know that you shooting at the enemy and you not finna shoot me in the back of the head. That's where we at with it. This shit is life or death right here. So no, it ain't no to each his own. It ain't no you can vote any way you want to vote. No, the hell you can't, bitch. But what you can do is go. Bye-bye. This is a high stakes game at this point. You are either a friend or an enemy. There is no more, everyone's allowed to have their own.
I'm saying all that to say, Black America, do not fall for this trick. This is a trick used by the enemy. We've had hundreds of years to be separated. Now is not the time to separate. As a matter of fact, because the world is falling with so much calamity, now is the time more than any time for us to be together. You'll notice even when you look at trail rides, when you look at a lot of people are doing barbecues, a lot of more people are getting back to family reunions. The enemy sees that. And that's why they pay people like Funky to come out here and do exactly what they're doing. Now, I don't know if he's getting paid. I'm just telling y'all in a conspiracy theory, that's what they would do. They would pay a Funky Dineva who already has a platform and a crowd. People who are going to hang off his every word. They'll pay him to come out here and say exactly what he said because they know that his followers are going to do whatever he say to do. That's a trick. It's witchcraft. It's a manipulation of energy is what this is. You're looking at spirituality being taken advantage of here. Because what Funky is doing is telling a whole group of people that they need to leave their loved ones. Let me tell y'all something. Anybody, I don't give a damn what platform they're on. Anybody who encourages you to be alone, Unless y'all on some real deep spiritual shit and y'all talking about some fasting or something, anybody who encourages you to flee from everything and everybody, squint your eyes, ask the questions, because nobody in their right mind will want to separate a person from their tribe. Not a normal, regular person. So anybody telling you that you need to be separating, please know why. Again, I disagree with Funky's commentary. Y'all can vote for who you ever want to vote for. This is a way that they've been able to control Black America all this time. All they do is get y'all to fight over politics when none of these sides give a damn about you, okay? Do not let them divide you with their bull crap. Let's move on. Don't let them divide you with the bull crap, y'all. Please. It's a setup, bro. It's a full setup. And they know exactly what they doing. And I believe Funky to move back to Atlanta to get paid by them Democrats. I don't give a damn what nobody see. I believe it. And can't nobody get mad about what I believe. And he desperate enough to go back over there and do it anyway. His YouTube wasn't popping the way he thought it was going to pop. So he desperate enough to carry his ass back over there and let them clear people pay him to tell y'all to run you niggas off a ledge. And I said what I said. And I ain't taking it back. Let's get into Al Sharpton right quick. I ain't taking it back. I said what I said. He giving me paid operative at this point. Bitch, the fuck you got going on? Why you want everybody separated so far now? What's going on? What's T? Why everybody got to separate now? Why? What happened? Let me find this video with Al Sharpton. Hold on. Y'all like the video. Oh, I wanted to show y'all this video yesterday while I looked for this other video. Did y'all remember I told y'all the Mayan and Aztec stuff that we wear a lot of times today? Matter of fact, I don't have time for that. I gotta find this other video because I don't want to be on here too long. I still got to do Love and Hip Hop, and plus I'll play it tomorrow. Plus I want to go live later on. So hold on, let me pull up the Al Sharpton bit, and we'll get right into it. I literally just had it. Nope. Hold on, y'all. I literally just, that's why I hate. Hold on, though. I hope I didn't lose this video. I don't think I did. I think I still got it. Let me let y'all watch this video while I look for this other video. Let me let y'all watch this. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Let me look for this Al Sharpton video. Hold on. Let me reconnect it. Oh, Lord. My bad. Y'all like the video. Let me play this while I look for that other video.
Grab that oil. Went into our. This is the last year of normalcy. I believe it. This is the absolute last year of a normal economy. Even right now, if you look at the job numbers, they're all negative. Every fucking month, they're negative, like a recession. And that's why Trump went into Venezuela, grabbed that oil, went into Iran, grabbed that, because while the world is losing jobs all over the place, you think it's just in America? The Chinese just had factories completely replaced with robots and robots. I told you this shit 6 months ago. Yeah. My billionaire friend says he goes to a dark warehouse. I'm like, what's a dark warehouse? They have no lights. No lights. Why? They have no humans in there. It's all machines. They don't need lights. So what I'm trying to tell you is this shit is all coming down. Every little bit, piece of it. So you can do one of two things. You can enjoy the last year of what's gonna, of this type of living. Go out there to the bars, go have a whole bunch of whores, or you can prepare. Prepare by knowing something about AI. Prepare by having some money in reserves, gold, ammo. If you go to my house, you think it's a grocery store with how much water I have there. I'm ready. Do you know one of the richest people I know? He called me up 18 months ago. He's like, Gary, I'm going to open a gun shop. Like, what? There's not much money in that shit. Why would you open that? He's like, oh, I'm not worried about making money off it. When shit hits the fan, I got fucking somewhere to go get all my ammo. They told me that 18 fucking months ago. It's coming. It's coming. Prepare, because
Now let me say this. I don't think we should go into no scare tactic or nothing, but I do know that the world is going to change. It really is. And if y'all can't see that it's already changing, then I don't know what else to tell you. I know I went to Walmart and I put some limes on the little scale. And normally, whenever you look up an item, you had to go search for it. But now it seems like the camera knows what you put on the scale before you even put it down. So then I'm like, oh, so Walmart has updated their technology to where it literally reads everything that come across the thing. It takes a picture of it or something. I'm saying all that to say the world that we knew it is going to be different probably after this year. I don't know if it's going to be this year, but here soon. The world that we knew it is going to be completely different. I tell y'all all the time too, make sure y'all still writing in cursive. Make sure y'all still know how to write in cursive. Make sure y'all know how to read in cursive, and make sure you teach your children how to read and write in cursive, because that's going to be a whole nother situation that's going to get a lot of people stumped, because most people can't read and write in cursive. So these are things that you're going to have to revert back to in order to kind of find some sense of normalcy. And I'm not saying cursive writing is the tell-all be-all, but it's going to be stuff like that we knew and we kind of let go and was like, oh, we don't need this no more. No. You need that. Go back and get it. Learning how to research stuff in libraries, Dewey Decimal Systems, all that. Go back. Remember, put it back in your head. Rethink about it, because these are the things that you're going to need. Because if I am to say, or if I'm to go with what typically happened in the past, then the world changed, then there's a reset. Okay? So with that being said, like I said, y'all, be mindful of that and make sure y'all just prepare. Just prepare as much as you can. Don't go running down and getting a whole bunch of water and toilet paper. You don't need to do all of that. Just prepare. That's all you got to do. Now, I found the Al Sharpton video. Let me say this. Al Sharpton has been a traitor since the beginning of time. A lot of people don't know this. They saw him marching with Martin Luther King, but most of them dudes around Michael King were ops. I think all of them were ops, but people will say that he had a best friend or two that maybe honestly had his back, but I don't think so. I think that Michael King, aka Mike, aka Martin Luther, I think they set him in the middle of that damn snake pit and did just what they did. I believe that the Kwame Ture dude was sent in to counteract Martin. I believe Al was sent in to counteract him. Jesse Jackson, everybody that was surrounding this man was sent there to counteract him, because as soon as he got popped, everybody scattered. And the ones who were supposed to rise, they rose. You know what I'm saying? Al Sharpton being one of them. You know, him and Jesse are those pastors without a pulpit. They just get the reverend on their name. They never had no church. I don't know if Al had a church, but I know specifically these reverends that y'all see that run into politics, they don't come from churches. They just get the name by default. Kind of like Vlad. DJ Vlad, DJ Academics. Niggas ain't never spent one record, but they name DJ. Does that make sense? Paid, created characters. I told y'all the industry creates characters. I want to know how many people ate off Martin Luther King's energy when he got popped. Just think back. Who all came up? Who all came up after Mike got popped? A lot of them niggas came up out that camp. A lot of them ate good off of that Mike energy. Jesse damn sure came up. Al came up. Who else came up? A lot of them niggas. Kwame Ture, he kind of came up, then went off to the side. A lot of them came up. But I'm saying all that to say, we've been saying that he's CIA. We've been saying that. I think everybody around Martin was. But ultimately, Al himself has done nothing for Black Americans. All he did was come out there and talk. And we got played with the okie doke with that because I think we got we got caught up in that 1960 civil rights movement. See, what happened was when they gave us the civil rights movement, because they gave it to us, when they gave us the civil rights movement and put it on television for all of us to see, we got infatuated with playing the victim. It was a spell. We became the perpetual victim, even though a lot of our physical circumstances didn't always match that. But mentally, that's what the spell does. That's what witchcraft does. During the civil rights movement, seeing each other getting bit by dogs and hit with water hoses and all that stuff, what it did was put mental shackles on our brains. And we became perpetual victims. This is why today in 2026, you'll see people who say we can't start another Tulsa because what they did back in the 1920s. And we saying, well, girl, it's 2020. And them same people will tell you, but no, because look what they did to Tulsa. So if they did that to Tulsa, we definitely can't do it no more. That's the witchcraft. That's the spell. Okay. And they put these Al Sharptons in the world to enact these spells on y'all, right? The Reverend Al, the Reverend this and the Reverend that, they put these people to enact these spells on you so you don't know that it's a spell. You'll think that, no, I'm doing the right thing because I am a victim. And yes, Black America, we are victims of things, but we are not victims. Does that make sense? And I know that's going to make some people mad because people just want to be a slave. And if you are a Black American, and you just want so bad to be a slave, then have at it, fat. I'm not trying to make you not be no slave. I'm just telling you that you've been tricked, bamboozled, run them up. The witchcraft is to make you believe you are less than a slave so that you act as less than a slave. As above, so below and without. Get it? Now, like I said, Al been an op, like the rest of them were. If you think any of them were not, you're a fool. But I know some of y'all do think it because the internet and the education system told y'all they was. Okay, y'all should go start back and listen to more Malcolm. And let me say this too before I get into the video clip. A lot of the stuff that happened with Malcolm X, a lot of that was AI. Let me say this too. This is random, off the subject. This is a download I got 2 days ago. When Malcolm took his pilgrimage to Mecca, he went through an awakening. And I think I said this on here. If I didn't, I'll say it again. When Malcolm took his pilgrimage to Mecca, he went through an awakening. When he came back and he said, oh, I went across there and I realized that the Muslims not only just black, they come white, they come green, they come all these different places. I think those are just bits and pieces that the enemy was giving us. And a lot of those videos we saw after he died was AI. The ones we swearing by, a lot of them is AI. The fact of the matter is, I believe that they tried to quiet Malcolm because once he came into his awakening, and an awakening will point out all of the demons around you. Anybody that's gone through any type of awakening, it literally puts seeing eyeglasses on you and you get to see everything. And he went through his awakening, and part of that awakening was exposing the crap that Elijah Muhammad was in there doing. Yay, I do believe that. And but this is the download I got, and a lot of that stuff was AI, but they had to AI his message and cut down what we got because he would have woken up too many people at the time. Remember, Malcolm X was too influential. He had the influence organically that they gave to Martin. Malcolm had the organic influence that they gave to Martin Luther King. Okay, so if Malcolm stood before a crowd of people and spoke about his awakening, that will wake up too many people. They could not have that. So they got him up out the paint, and then they you feel what I'm saying? In the meantime, propping Martin up because he teaching you niggas to get your ass whipped. Prop this motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? Let's get him out the paint. That's a random side note that I came down with a download. But anyway, like I was saying, Al Sharpton is a CIA op. I believe so. And let's get into the video of him admitting that. Y'all like the video?
After all these years, the Reverend Al Sharpton admits he was an FBI informant.
In my own mind, I was not an informant. I was cooperating with investigation.
Though he has ducked and dodged questions about whether he wore a wire for the feds, that wasn't possible today since a batch of government documents were made public.
The conversations were recorded.
Some say he was pressured into it after he was caught in a drug sting. This HBO undercover sting video that aired in 2002 shows Sharpton with a cowboy hat pulled down over his bouffant hairdo. Sharpton appears to nod when an agent offers him a cut from future drug sales.
After all these years, the Reverend Al Sharpton.
I told y'all the universe, the ancestors, and the Most High is working in overtime to expose this stuff, right? Now, I don't think anybody should be shocked at these allegations. If you are shocked at these allegations, you've truly lived under a rock. There's always been something different. And I don't mean in a good way, in a negative way about Al Sharpton. There's never been an air of genuineness about anything that he's done. And I tell y'all all the time to go back and watch the movie Judas and the Black Messiah. When you watch that movie, pay attention to the Judas. Pay attention to that character. Don't get caught up in the Fred Hampton character. Watch it back and then get caught up in it. Pay most of your attention to that Judas and how the government used him as a psyop. It's literally happening over and over and still today. And I found in that video, part of the Judas and Black Messiah was, remember the guy that got to be an op? They caught him down bad. All of these niggas get caught down bad on some real serious charges. This how I go. They get caught down bad on some serious charges, and then here come the feds. Hey, you can either go to jail for 100 years or you could work for us. What you think the niggas gonna do? What do you think the black people gonna do when they get caught? These make the best informants. Just like with Al Sharpton, they say he got caught up on a drug sting and it looked like he was over there playing with weight. Obviously, they would run up on him and say, hey, we need you to do us a favor. All of your favorites, both then and now, have questionable passes, got in trouble with the law on some real heinous shit, and somehow miraculously they got off and became leaders. And I'm not saying it don't happen. We saw it happen with Malcolm. It can happen, but it's not as common as they would like for you to believe. They want you to believe that it's very often that this happens, and it's not. Most of those people are paid characters. Let's move on. Let's get into Brandy before we get up out of here. Now, y'all, trigger warning. Because if y'all want me to get on here and say that Brandy is a victim today, I'm going to tell you she's not. And I know this is going to make some of y'all women mad. I don't care. If you don't like me for an opinion, then good. Don't come back. Because I don't promote that over here. I want us to all think differently. You don't have to agree, but if you feel like my opinion is just too much, then that's fine. I just say, go your way, I'm gonna go mine, okay? Now, this is my thing. Let's get into Brandy. Hold on, let me get her on here. Now, Brandy had just came out and bashed Shine because all Shine said was that I had a relationship with Brandy and he spoke highly of her. He spoke very highly of her. And she got upset because all Brandy knows is protect that image. Protect that image. So she got upset and came out and blasted Shine and said, hey, man, I don't know what's going on, but this is not that. That's not this. And, you know, type shit, right? Now, days later, she drops a memoir. And in the memoir, she's throwing Wanya under the bus. And let me tell you why I say she's throwing Wanya under the bus. Let's go back to the late 90s and the early 2000s. Do not think in your 2026 brain. Let me tell you why. Because the things that are not tolerated in 2026 were highly tolerated, hell, in 2020. So today's standards are not yesterday's standards. Does that mean that the things that happened in the past get a pass? No. Does it mean that things that happened in the past should be overlooked? Absolutely not. But we cannot erase these things and act like they didn't happen, because when you do that, now you erase history. And when you erase history, now you're erasing a whole bunch of stuff. Okay? In the 90s, in the early 2000s, whether you bitches want to get on here and believe it or not, to be a 16-year-old and have an adult boyfriend was an everyday occurrence. I'm not saying it's right. I personally was never the 16-year-old who wanted a 20-something-year-old. I thought it was weird then. But I'm not going to get on here and lie to you and tell you that all of the girls, I ain't going to say all, most of the girls at my school had niggas pulling up that was out of school. 20, 22, 25, 30, 35, hell, some of them even 40. And we was in freshman year high school, sophomore year high school, 14, 15. We ain't even got the 16. It was a real thing. It happened. And nobody said nothing. It was normal. Yeah. As a matter of fact, in a lot of Black American households, if the 16-year-old got a nigga with money, everybody in the family loved on this nigga, because now he could drop off a pack of cigarettes when he come pick up the girl. Or now he could drop off a case of beer when he come by for the cookout. I'm telling you. Come on, man. Because y'all letting the internet act like shit didn't go the way it went. It went the way it went. If you wasn't there, just say that. But don't sit on here and try to shame us for what was the norm back then. And I'm not saying shame us. I'm just saying we have to acknowledge this in order to understand why we're here today. And I said this earlier. A lot of people are going to say that I was wrong. But I said this earlier. Like my grandmother and a lot of y'all grandmothers, a lot of them were married at 13, 14, 15. And they were not married to 13, 14, and 15-year-old boys. A lot of your matriarchs in your family was 13, 14, 15, and they were marrying 18, 19, 25, 30, 40, 50-year-olds, because that was the law of the land. Nobody bat an eye. Now in 2026, would I say that that's okay? Hell no. But back then it was a thing. And it was consensual on both sides. Don't get on here and say, but voodoo, a 16-year-old can't consent. You're right, she can't. But what I'm telling you, what the atmosphere was then. Why is this important? Because I was there when the rumor surfaced about Brandy dating Wanye. And this was a mutually exclusive situation here. Brandy wanted to be with Wanye, and Wanye wanted to be with Brandy. So much so, I remember Adina Howard. Put a 3 in the chat if you recall Adina Howard. Because I'm going to be a freak all till the day, until the dawn. But we can put. Somebody say, have I ever heard of getting groomed? Yes, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what happened. Y'all still on these words. Girl, y'all talking crazy. I don't give a damn about these words these people just made. I'm telling you what happened and how it was. And let me say this too to y'all niggas that think that y'all know it all now because y'all done learned some new words. It's going to be some new words made up 10 years from now, and the people 10 years from now going to look at you the same way you looking at these people. It was a thing. Brandy was over there playing with these niggas. And the niggas was playing with Brandy. Because Adina Howard's whole career, from what I remember back in the day with the rumor, her whole career was ruined. Because Adina Howard, as a grown-ass woman, was trying to date the grown-ass man that we know as Wanye. And guess who Lil Fast Ass said over my dead body? Guess who Lil Fast Ass groomed, Fast Ass ruined that girl allegedly. Guess who Fast Ass allegedly ruined that lady's whole career? Mind you, Adina was a grown-ass woman, her words, not mine, and Wanye was a grown-ass man. So why would this little bitty girl Be over here trying to stop this man to be with this grown-ass woman. Come on now. I'm trying to see something. Because I don't want y'all to act, because this is what Brandy is doing. Because I need y'all to understand it from this standpoint. Brandy understands that the climate today does not accept a 30, 25, or 22-year-old dating a 16-year-old. She knows that. She knows that in today's society, that's the worst thing that could happen. But what Brandy is doing is weaponizing something that was consensual then as to make it seem like it was something predatory today. That's a problem, and I'm not going to let her do it. Brandy wasn't the only one 16 dating grown-ass men. Y'all ready to talk about Beyonce? Aaliyah? All of them young girls was dating grown-ass men. I'm not condoning it. I'm just telling y'all what the norm was. And everybody knew and nobody said nothing. The parents knew, the niggas knew, the industry knew, the family knew. And the only thing stopped us about Aaliyah was her marriage to R. Kelly. Other than that, we all knew that these young girls was dating these older dudes, and it was okay. It was. I'm not saying it's okay today, but it was back then. And Brandy is trying to rewrite that story to make it seem like she was abused. Now, I'm not saying she didn't go through no abuse. I wasn't in the relationship, but I do know that she's posting or posing this situation to become the victim. And this is very manipulative of her. And I think that this shows a lot about how dirty she is. It was random. It was out the blue. I don't know if her and Wanye got into it. I don't know what happened. All I know is all of a sudden out the blue, she jumps out the window talking about, I was a child. Well, bitch, we was trying to tell you that back then when you was hiding the ass. You ain't want hear. Now all of a sudden, I was a child. I'm not about to let Brandy play in our face, girl. Brandy is over here playing in y'all face because y'all get sensitive on this internet. That's it. That's all. Y'all get sensitive on the internet, and she's using your energy to her advantage. Getting you all riled up about some unhealed shit you ain't go through and heal yet. And now here you is, ready to windmill with your head down on Wanye, not understanding that this was a mutually exclusive situation then. It was not a situation where he sought her out and was like, oh my God, I'm about to be a predator and pounce on her. That's not the way I remembered it. Brandy wasn't nothing nice now. I know she quiet, but that heifer, that wasn't nothing nice. And again, I'm not saying that it was right. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is by this logic, we need to go back and pull up everybody's granddaddies and prosecute them too. Should we do that? In the Bible, they were saying in some parts of the Bible that these girls, as long as they got a period, they could be taken as wives. Should we go dig them niggas up too? Again, it's one thing if she was sought out and abused. I'd be with y'all. Yeah, get them out of here. But that wasn't what it was. They was in a mutual relationship that was known to everybody. Everybody knew it. It was okay. They got a song called Broken Hearted. These niggas got a whole song together. It was out in the open. It was common and it was mutual. Nobody abused from what I saw. Nobody. So why is she turning it into that today? To sell the memoir? I don't know. But either way, it's dirty. It's down bad. It's down bad, bruh. Let's get into Brandy with this now. So now here it is. Brandy opens up about past relationship with Boyz II Men member Wanye Morris. Quote, I was a child and he was an adult, and it's time the world understood the difference. I say this, if we gonna pull that cover back, let's pull it all the way back. Let's go get all you young hoes. Foxy, Kim, Beyonce, all of the Destiny's Child, all you hoes that came up, young Trina, all you young hoes that was screwing y'all way to the top. Let's go pull up all y'all teeth. Let's go do that because y'all sitting here acting slavery stupid. Nigga said, she said, I'm young, but I'm wise enough to know. She did. That's what she said in the song. I'm young, but I'm wise enough to know that you don't fall in love overnight. That's what she said in the song. Anyway, Brandy is playing in y'all face. I'm not gonna let y'all do it. I'm not gonna let her do it. Look, it says, but no, I'm saying all that to say before we get back into this article, y'all, it was the time, it was the day of the time. That's what it was. Brandy is misrepresenting that today. It says Brandy is opening up about a past relationship she says she has haunted her for years. In her new memoir, Phases, the singer reflects on her late 90s relationship with Boyz II Men singer Wanya Morris, revealing that their romance began when she was just 16 and he was in his early 20s. It says the two first connected while working on Brandy's 1994 song Broken Hearted, and it says their friendship eventually turned romantic. It says according to Brandy, the relationship was kept secret because they both knew the public backlash could threaten their careers. I'm gonna read it one more time. Because see, she trying to make y'all lose y'all mind and go play victim and windmill with your head down, and she telling you what it was. She says, according to Brandy, the relationship was kept secret because they both knew the public backlash could threaten their careers. And let me tell you what secret meant. Meaning nobody printed it officially, but the word was on the street. We all knew. We all knew. She's telling you they were in a mutual relationship. They didn't say nothing to the world because she didn't want to get looked at crazy. It's always been about Brandy's image. She goes on to say, I was in over my head, Brandy writes, explaining that she often had to sneak around and lie to her parents about seeing Morris. She also says the two agreed to pretend they were waiting until she turned 18 before pursuing anything romantic. But it wasn't just about upsetting or disappointing my parents, she continues. Wanya and I understood with diamond cut clarity that public knowledge of our relationship would ignite scandal, potentially threatening everything we both worked for. So he and I opted for elaborate fiction. We would pretend patience and claim we were waiting until my 18th birthday before pursuing any romantic connection, she wrote. That means Sonia knew about it. Brandy also shares that she lost her virginity to Morris during the relationship. She don't say when though. Looking back, she says there were several red flags she didn't recognize at the time, including comparing her to other singers like Mariah Carey and being difficult to reach. The singer says the relationship eventually ended after she discovered he had been cheating. For years, she claims Morris downplayed their relationship as a schoolgirl crush, but she strongly disagreed. Brandy says, I believe he took advantage. Now, y'all just read that. How did he take advantage of you, Brandy? How? You said y'all were in a relationship that you snuck around. You didn't want nobody in the public to know, so you snuck around all the way up until you made 18. This is what you said, Brandy. How did you get taken advantage of? And I get it. As a 16-year-old, you can't make adult decisions. But at 22 years old, hell, that was damn near on the same thinking path. Like, come on, man. Unless she's going to say that he slept with her as a minor, unless she's going to say that, what are we talking about? She is insinuating that he groomed her. But my thing is this, though. This is my thing. Because y'all only listen to the internet and y'all not taking into account real life. I'm not making no excuses for Wanya. No 22-year-old should be with no 16-year-old. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we talking about what happened in the past. We're not talking about what we believe today. We talking about what happened in the past. And the fact of the matter is she was cool with it. Her mama was cool with it. Now all of a sudden at 45 is a problem. Her and her parents and him and his team, everybody was cool with it. What are we talking about in 2026? And then why put it out there as if this man sought you out like a predator and screwed you over? That's not right. That's not cool, man. That's not okay. It's not right to the boy because at the end of the day, it was mutual. But if you let the internet tell it and they put the headlines out the way they put them out, you would think that he just straight like abused her, and that just wasn't what it was. I want to show y'all, hold on. We will get to the car crash because she spoke about that too, and I'm glad. I'm glad she spoke about that. Let's get into this post. Is this the same one? Let me see this. It says, Brandy confirms old rumors of dating Boyz II Men Wanya Morris when she was 16 and he was 22. He says, says he was her first and took advantage due to the age gap. He always claimed she was of age. It says Brandy 47 is confirming a years-long rumor claiming she dated Boyz II Men star Wanya Morris 52 when she was 16 and he was 22. For years, Brandy denied dating an underage. Wanya denied dating an underage Brandy, claiming they fell in love after she became 18. That's what Jay-Z told y'all about Beyonce, and y'all believed it. So if Jay-Z could lie and tell you he got with Beyonce after 18 and y'all believe it, whatever. It goes on to say, in her new memoir phases, the R&B star opened up about Wanya being her first. Brandy said the age gap relationship haunted and left her scarred. The Grammy winning singer further admitted how she now feels like he took advantage of her youth and naivety. She says, Brandy confirms old rumors of dating Boyz II Men Wanya Morris when she was 16 and he was 22. She says, quote, I knew full well that what was happening between Wanya and me was wrong. And yet my attitude was, this is special. This is real. People just can't understand. For years, I struggled with how I was treated in this relationship. And he saw a 15-year-old girl. Was it 15 or 16? He saw a 15-year-old girl with rising fame and admiration for his talent and believed he deliberately took advantage. This was a 22-year-old man who I believe knew exactly what he was doing when he pursued an underage girl. He would say, my girlfriend is 16. I don't remember when he first said it, but those 4 words started rolling off Wanya's tongue whenever we were alone. I couldn't tell if this refrain was meant to soothe his own conscience or temper his questions, simmering my gaze. She says, I was in over my head. Sneaking around with Wanya and lying to my parents had become constant. They barely liked the idea of me dating at all. And telling them about us was out of question. But it wasn't just about upsetting or disappointing. My parents, Wanya and I, understood with diamond cut clarity that public knowledge of our relationship would ignite scandal. It says potentially threatening every time or everything we both work for. So he and I opted to elaborate fiction. We would pretend patience and claim we were waiting until my 18th birthday before pursuing any romantic connection. I believe he took advantage. The shame ends here. The silence ends here. I was not a fast girl with a crush. I was not a dramatic teenager who couldn't handle rejection. I was not an unstable, observative, or obsessive fan. She says, I was a child and he was an adult, and it was time the world understood the difference. And here it is, Wanya in December 2020, saying, Brandy was my first little protege. We became really close, and once she turned of age, we fell in love. We were young. This is what Wanya said in one of her lives way back.
Should I just
tell the story?
I'm going to tell the story. We like stuff like this, especially when people don't have any idea. Okay. Okay.
And let me say this. If Wanya thought what he was doing is wrong, you think he would have came on the internet and explained the relationship? Because remember, we're talking about a time when what they did was not a bad thing. So if Wanya thought that he was doing something wrong, do you believe that he would come on the internet to explain the relationship? Obviously, he thought it was okay. Obviously, we all thought it was okay, or at least she and her family did. That's why he was able to do comments and do commentary and give interviews about it. Come on, man.
Okay, so check this out. Brandy and I were friends in the beginning. Her mother and reached out to me, as well as my manager reached out to Brandy, because Brandy was a big fan of mine. And I was like, wow, that's amazing, because this young lady was pretty cool. Now I was
that adds a different layer. So you mean Miss Sonia called you? Hold up. Skirt. Back it up. Beep, beep, beep. So you mean Miss Sonia called you? So Miss Sonia hand delivered her daughter on a platter? That's what you're saying? Let's go with the abuse. Miss Sonia came and brought you her baby. Yeah. We gonna skip past that. I guess kind of like Aaliyah mama when she bought her to R. Kelly.
Young at the time. I wasn't 30 nothing. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. Hold on one second. Can we keep it down? Because I can't hear. All right. So what happened is we actually, she became kind of like my little protege. You know what I mean? I'm actually the one that introduced her to Vita Spears and Ralph Fuqua. They came to us to actually do a TV show on the UPN network. And I said, well, Brandy's down the hallway, and she's basically she was on the Thea show. Okay, cool. Introduced her to that. The show came to fruition. My mom and I wrote the theme song to the Brandy show. So Brandy and I were really, really close. Once she turned of age, we had been hanging around each other so much. We've been hanging around each other so much that there became to be some sort of connection, an intimate connection. We actually fell in love. Now, we were young. That's what happens. You're young and you fall in love. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have the ability to be around somebody a lot, you begin to know things about them. You know what I mean? And they know things about you. Now, when you're young, you make decisions based on your youth. You know what I'm saying? You don't make decisions, moral decisions that put you in a whole position where you know that this is what's show on the UPN going to be for the rest of your life. You're learning through everything. And Brandy and I learned through a lot. When it came time for Brandy to go on her prom, she was my girlfriend. Kobe Bryant was graduating from high school that year. Brandy was my girlfriend. She had just graduated from Pepperdine, and her mom and we both made it so that Brandy was ever.
If we're going with the logic that Brandy was abused, then we need to be looking at Miss Sonia. If we going with the logic that Brandy was abused, then we need to be talking about Sonia. Let me tell y'all something. Ray J is only a representation of that family, because everything Wanye said revolved around Sonia dropping off her baby over there. Yeah, let's go with he a predator. But what about Sonia? Sonia bought her baby to this nigga. Had them working together side by side all day and all night. Where was Sonia? Where was Miss Sonia? He telling you this was my girlfriend and she went to the prom with Kobe. Everybody was cool with it. Y'all getting on here letting 2026 internet come in between the bullshit and understand logic. Think about what I'm saying here. I believe Brandy making this shit up, bro. I believe Brandy finding a way to put a hit piece out on this dude. I'm not saying Wanye ain't trash. I believe he probably is trash. But what I'm saying is she found a way to put a hit piece out on him for what? I don't know. Girl, them people was playing together back then. Them people was playing together. And remember, 22 and 16 is taboo now. Back then, they had 22-year-olds in high school with us, girl. They called them super seniors. When the children didn't graduate at 18 back in the day, they allowed them to stay in the school at least, I think, 24. Then it dropped down to 21. Then it went down to 18. We was in school with niggas in their 20s, girl. What is y'all acting like this is it again, and y'all fake too for acting like 16 and 22 is crazy, because most of y'all got family 16 years old messing with 22-year-old. Y'all is different. Y'all is different, man. This boy is explaining this shit with all support and all hands on deck. Brandy wasn't no goddamn abused. Brandy was a willing participant. Come on, man.
Was able to go on tour. I mean, on the prom with Kobe Bryant. Okay, when it came time for Brandy to introduce herself to the world, I'm the one that actually put her on the Boys to Men tour. Okay, so she was with me.
Pimped out. Pimp her out. Miss Sonia saw an option for her daughter to get on, because back then, Boys to Men was the shiznai. And Sonia found a way to get her daughter on and said, come on, Brandy, use what you got to get what you want. Said what I said. He put her on. Girl, her Miss Sonia walked her up to the, if he's everything y'all say he is, we need to be hollering at Miss Sonia. She brought her over there. She saw the play. She needed her daughter to get on and said, come on, Brandy, come on. Let me put some eyeliner on you. Come here. Come on. But mommy, come here, girl. Let me teach you how to be a woman. This is normal practice back then. Welcome to the party, y'all late. This was normal practice back then. Yeah, Sonya dropped off. That's what I'm getting.
You know, she was my friend, and we became intimate in a relationship. There's no lie going on here. You can ask Brandy. She will tell you the same story. Relax on what you think, because I know, because I lived it, and so did Brandy. As time progressed, we grew out of being going to be for the rest of your life. You're learning each other. Yes, it was a hurtful thing. It was a hurtful thing to break up. That's what happens. You're in a relationship, and then you break up. She grew out of me, and I grew out of her. Might have grown out of her a little bit faster, but, you know, it's a relationship. You're young, and you make decisions. Next thing you know, that's what it is. Brandy's successful, Boys to Men.
And remember, have y'all seen Adina Howard? So y'all can really put it in perspective for y'all, for the girls in the bike who don't remember Adina Howard. Because I will be a freak until the day, until the dawn. Let's get Adina up here. Oh yeah, because this was child's play. This is the girl, hold on, allegedly, this is the girl that had Brandy lose it. Get her on here. She was bad too. Adina was bad. Do you hear me? Adina was bad. Here she go. Cause I will be a freak until the day, until the dawn. And we could pull any kind of day. It's all good for me. Or whatever the whole used to be saying back then. Baby, don't play with no us. And she's still fine. Look at Adina. Now, I'm telling y'all what the rumor was back then. The rumor was that Brandy was with Wanye. We all knew it. But allegedly, he was on the side screwing the freak like me, Adina Howard. That's all right there. And they say when Brandy found out, they say Brandy said, oh, hell no. And they say tore Adina's whole career up. Adina was on the radio 90 going west. After all of this popped off, we never seen her again. Matter of fact, let me see if Adina gonna talk about it. We never seen her again. No cap. No cap. You had to be there. If you wasn't there, you don't understand. What's going on, Adina girl?
You were 21 when Freak Like Me came out. How did that song come about?
My personality, who I was at the time. My mother raised 4 girls by herself, so we lived in a fatherless household.
She's just talking about the song. It's low. I can't hardly hear it. She's just talking about the song. But basically, she was talking about how they came about the song. But this was the girl that had Brandy in the tits. And not only that, remember, Wanya just told y'all, Brandy went on tour with them and went on to become successful. And what did Brandy do? Use her leverage to her advantage. And we heard back then that lady Adina lost her whole career because she was sleeping with Wanya, a grown man who Brandy was swearing to God was taking advantage of her. Girl. Y'all better catch up. Y'all best to catch up. Okay? Let me let Wanya finish.
Minute successful and we're happy. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. We are happy. So whoever is there saying, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff like they know, you know what I mean? Regardless of anything, my age, her mother was definitely, you know, a part of our relationship. Her mother and father was a part of our relationship. They allowed me to guide Brandy and to help her through her career. They understood that we had grown close, and that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? So understand that under each other, yes, it was a hurtful thing. It was a hurtful thing to break up. That you know for a fact, whoever it is on there, that life happens. That's just what it is. So now you have your answer and you have your understanding. If you care to listen, you care to believe it, I don't care. I know the truth and everybody else does too. All right. So now let's move on to the next contestant.
Yeah. Now, let me just say this. Again, I don't know this man personally. Don't give a damn about no Wanya. To be completely honest, I just like the nigga songs. That's all. Don't give a damn about her. But what I'm saying is if we are to go with the narrative that Brandy is trying to paint, then we need to start talking about parents delivering their children to abusers. We don't need to start in the middle because the middle is Wanya actually abusing her. That's not the beginning. Get me up here. If we are going to go with the narrative that your girl Brandy is trying to paint, then this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to start at the beginning. Why would a woman, a mother, deliver her 15-year-old daughter to an abuser? Why would a mother deliver her 16-year-old daughter to an abuser in a relationship? Why would she bless that? Because a mother is the first line of defense for the child. If the father's not there, my bad. He said Willie Ray Sr. was there too. So everybody was in on it. Everybody benefited from it as well. So if we're going to go with the logic that Brandy had, then we need to double bite to Miss Sonia and Mr. Willie Ray. Because until y'all attack that, then we'll continue to have these conversations. But I know because I was there that that's not what it was. I believe that Brandy had a gross misrepresentation of the history and what was going on then. I'm not saying I'm Brandy. I'm not inside her body. Maybe she was abused. That's not what I'm saying. But to say the relationship itself was abuse and to make it seem like he took advantage of her being a child and she was just an unsuspecting child is bullshit. It's bullshit. And I'm not going to let her do it. And I think she's either just trying to sell the book or she just feels like, let me go ahead and throw somebody else under the bus. If Ray J is as strolled off as he is, what makes y'all think Brandy ain't as crazy as he is, as Ray J neither? The apple don't fall too far from the tree. Where you think Ray J get this shit from? And if Ray J got it, what makes you think Brandy don't have a little bit of it? I'm just asking. This is a genuine question. We seen Ray J cut up. We just ain't never seen Brandy do it. For all we know behind the scenes, this bitch more of a crash out than him. What I'm telling you, Black America, is there were situations where 16-year-old girls were taken advantage of by older men. And there were also situations where 16-year-old girls were not taken advantage of by older men. And by age, yes, age-wise, they would technically legally been taken advantage of. But I'm talking about moral and social, right? During a time, girls in high school, 16 years old, used to date guys in their early 20s. It was a thing. And nobody, not even the girl, her family, or the men in their family, nobody looked at it as rape or anything horrible. So to be okay with it then, and then to come back today and say it's a problem, that's intellectually dishonest. And I believe she putting a target on his back. For what? I don't know, really don't care. And whatever happened to him is between him and her. But what I'm telling you is she's using her fame and her notoriety to harvest your energy. Because I know she's going to touch on a lot of young girls who probably had similar situations. But I don't think that was Brandy's. It seems to me like Brandy was sold to the highest bidder by her mom. That's what it seemed like to me. It seemed like Brandy was sold to the highest bidder by her mother and her father. That's it. That's all. Okay. Now let me read a couple of these super chats. I know y'all wanted me to get on here and say, oh my God, she's a victim. Not going to do it. I don't believe that. I just don't. I think I read this one, Millie. Thank you so much for the super chat. Parallax of Sin, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Thank you. Kanisha Johnson, thank you so much for becoming a new member. I appreciate you. No Edit Said It. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says this is a ritual all day, using water to birth them babies to him. Wow. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Oh, you talking about Marvin Sapp. Oh, using water on the slide with the kids. Wow. That's crazy. Thank you so much. Dominique Lane, thank you so much for becoming a new member. I appreciate you. The Popular Loner since 92. Thank you for the super chat. Says the will apart of the Pac sacrifice is not far-fetched. He is married to Jada, and we know how she truly feels about Pac, and she hates Will's guts. Let me tell y'all something. I was thinking about that too, the Popular Loner. So for y'all who don't know, we were talking about Will, and we were talking about energy sacrifices and how I believe the people who sacrifice great stars get to, harvest their energy. Will is everything Tupac. It's hard to say this because Tupac didn't live long enough for y'all to see this, but I believe that Will is what he wished. Tupac is what Will wished he was, if it makes sense. Gangster, ladies' man, handsome, amazing actor, and an amazing rapper. I think that Will has taken a lot of time here recently in the last 10 to 20 years to try to cultivate that reality. And it has worked-ish. When you think about it, he's not that great of a rapper. We only like Summertime. For the most of that stuff, we don't listen to it. He kind of flopped as a rapper, but he did good enough. He is an amazing actor, never taking nothing away from him. But at the end of the day, when you put him next to Tupac Amaru Shakur, you can't compare. I don't know. Thank you so much. KBen4155, thank you for the super chat. Says, Vu, can you wish my cousin Asha a happy belated birthday? She is the sweetest person I know with a heart of gold. Can you play the birthday song? Shout out to all the Aries. Asha, happy birthday. I'll try to play it at the end of the video. Thank you, Asha, and thank you, KBen4155, for the super chat. Happy birthday, Asha, and I hope you have many, many more. Shout out to all the Aries. Archive T, thank you for the super chat. Says everyone you and Willie named is considered a goat. Goats are sacrificed. Ooh, goats are sacrificial animals. Nah. Go ahead on, pop my little head open. Because you're right. Goats are sacrificial animals. Even in the Bible, they always had them bring goats for sacrifice. And we call goats. Hey man, put the two and two together. Thank you, Scorpio Realness, for the super chat. Said Vu isn't called lesser magic. It isn't called lesser magic. It's or something when they have to tell us what's going on without saying it directly. I don't remember the name of it, but yes, there is a thing where the people have to, or the powers that be that are in charge, they have to tell us what's going on. And they typically do it through Hollywood, through movie scripts and sports and things of that nature. But yes, that is a thing. I just don't remember what the name of it is. Maybe somebody in the chat can help me out. Archive T, thank you for the super chat. Says Serena Williams, Clarissa Shields, Mayweather are goats. Ooh, every goat be in the media. Heavy. Who would? I don't know. I'm thinking about Floyd Mayweather. I know Serena lost her sister. Oh, I don't know. This is some good tea. Y'all got me thinking. Now my wheels are turning. Thank you so much, Archive Tea. Heaven Sent, thank you so much for becoming a new member. I appreciate you. Mother Tree and Moon, thank you for the super chat. Says there's been an awakening before, but they always put us back to sleep. They hit our blind spots. Right. Always something you'll never guess. What's FBA blind spot? What y'all think FBA blind spot is? Don't put it in the chat because you're going to give them ideas. Sure. They know though. We are definitely waking, and they definitely put us back to sleep. The Funkies, the way that he used his platform to tell you to not be friends with your family and friends, that's the way to put you back to sleep too. So that those two things are true. Thank you so much, Mother Tree and Moon. Penelope, thank you for the super chat. Says talk your talk. Shout out to Black Agatha Christie. Your math is mathing like a mofo. Keep helping people pay their spiritual light bill. Thank you. Facts. Amazing, Vu. Thank you so much, Penelope. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You get it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, it's Trey. Thank you for the super chat. Says, if we use Funky's logic, we should cut off our alphabet fam, right? Everyone is fighting to control the masses. True. That's another thing. Because if we were to follow Funky's logic, it's either our side or yours. Then should Black women take a side against the gays and the LGBTQ? No, obviously not. But then it'll be too far if we go there. You see what I'm saying? But remember, it only when it works for them, it's cool. What's good for the goose gotta start being good for the gander. Because let's think about it. Why those Black women over there listening to Funky belongs to the LGBT community, and he gonna always put them before you hoes. Funky will never put Black women before the LGBT community. Never. So while y'all listening to Funky telling you not to be friends with your family because of their thoughts, start talking to him about his beliefs with the LGBTQ versus Black women. And let's see if he draw the line there still. Let's see if he still want to draw the line. Let's see if it's our side or no side. Let's see. If we gonna really boil down to it and we gonna talk about the LGBTQ community and they threat on Black women, then let's draw the line in the fucking sand, Funky. Get on your platform and draw the line between there. Let's see how it go, but I bet you won't, because the Black women is stupid enough. They don't know they paying your bills. And they don't know that you play in their face so that you can pay their bills. But I bet you won't draw the line then. I bet you won't draw the line. Paid operative. Nicole Smith, thank you so much for being a member for 8 months. Says, I'm confused. Vote for illegals to have more rights than you. Vote for them who is consistently fighting for them to vote illegally. Oh, okay. Exactly. And I saw a video. This girl was on there saying that she believed that the illegals are coming into the political sphere to get economic power. And I believe that too. We got a lot of work to do. Penelope, thank you for the super chat. Says they are programmed, slaves in their own minds, slave to the darkness. Facts. Mother Tree and Moon, thank you for the super chat. Says, are we going to back to analog during reset? Your thoughts? I think so. I think just like the last reset and the one before that and the one before that, it's going to start over. And like y'all ever saw the movie Book of Eli? Like on the Book of Eli, he was one of the people, and they had other people who knew what the old world was before. I told y'all it's giving me Flintstone versus what's the people that lived up in the air? The Jetsons. You know, they all lived at the same time. Yeah. Thank you, Mother Tree and Moon. 55th Rojos, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Brandy was doing what the F she felt like because she was the breadwinner and running her ma and her paw too. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. I'm not gonna let Brandy do it. Thank you, boo. Truthful 42, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, boo, what Brandy say about the car accident? Oh, yeah. I'm glad you reminded me. Let's pull up what Brandy said about the car accident. Hold on. Thank you for reminding me, girl. Hold on. Let me pull up the car accident. Now, y'all do know, allegedly, Brandy had a car accident and allegedly somebody got killed. Now, they have always been very weird with the details surrounding this thing because they want us to believe that Brandy was an innocent bystander. But remember, they all got bodies under their belt. Sacrifice much? But I remember back in the day, the rumor was that Brandy hit somebody, rear-ended somebody, and they ended up either going into traffic. Something happened where whoever she rear-ended, they said the person died. Okay? And remember, was it right after that? That she got pranked by Ashton Kutcher? The same thing happened with Caitlyn Jenner. The same thing. They all had these random traffic accidents where somebody died. Now, Brandy spoke about this in the memoir, but pay attention to what she's saying, because I did read this last night. In the memoir, she describes the accident, but she don't say who hit who first. She just say a car was hit. I was on the road. A car hit another car that hit a car that killed somebody. Okay, whose car hit who? Was you the one getting hit, or did you hit the first person who hit the second person? They never go into detail. They just give you random broad details to the situation and let you go from there. That's because I believe Brandy killed that lady. And I believe that lady, or whoever it was that got killed, was one of them sacrifices too. Let's get into what Brandy had to say about that. It says, Brandy says she felt like she no longer had a right to continue living following tragic car accident that left a woman dead. It says Brandy is addressing it all in her newly released memoirs. According to reports, the singer opens up about the highs and lows of her decades-long career and personal life, including the debilitating survivor's guilt she faced after a fatal car accident. On December 30th, 2006, while driving on the 405 freeway in Los Angeles, Brandy was involved in a collision with a vehicle driven by a 38-year-old Awatef Abuja. I don't know how you say the last name. Abuja's car reportedly struck another vehicle before hitting the center driver or divider and was then hit by a third car. Let's back it up. Abuja's car reportedly struck another vehicle before hitting the center divider and was hit by a third car. So the lady, they're saying she hit a car that almost put her in the middle of the divider. But my thing is, who hit the lady? What happened in her car? It says reports vary on the exact cause of the accident. Of course it does. Reports vary on the exact cause of the accident, but tragically, Abuja later died from her injuries. Brandy was found not at fault, but still faced lawsuits from Abuja's family though all were either settled out of court or dismissed. Reflecting on the traumatic experience, Brandy reportedly writes, "Guilt gripped my throat, squeezed harder and harder until breathing became a conscious effort." She continues, "I no longer felt I had the right to continue living my life or even experience fleeting glimmers of joy." She recalls struggling with the knowledge that the woman who had died would never again feel sunshine on her face or hold the children close. It says Brandy adds that while therapy has helped her cope, the grief never left, but it softened, it made room, and I stopped asking it to go away. So Brandy said she couldn't eat, sleep, or breathe after the lady died. Who hit the lady? Of course, the reports are going to vary. Somebody died. Why wouldn't we have full facts on what happened? Somebody lost their life. I know why, because it's Brandy. Remember, she had already been the princess by then, the Disney princess. I do know typically when these stars be having these accidents, they be either drunk, high as the cost of living, or not paying attention. And a lot of times it's sacrifices. She was sued by the family. That means she was found at some point liable, right? Right? If you are sued and they win, or you settle out of court, that means at some point in time, there's a liability. I don't know. I'm just, Pay me no mind though. But y'all want me to believe Brandy ain't did nothing. Sure, Ray J is only a representation of what they are. Ray J is only a representation. Tisha, thank you so much for the super chat. Says every movie will do now, replace him with Tupac. Facts. Thank you so much. Daughter of the Sun, thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry. Thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Shelway, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, boo, I think Brandy is trying to keep her good girl image. Hell, I bet she puts a battery in Ray J back to act the way he does. Nah. LOL, whole family crazy. Hey, quiet as it's kept. It's a few things I feel like she could have put a battery in his back to say. Remember when he came out and said what he said about Monica? And y'all know Monica had already bat the piss out of her. Oh, yeah, I was there. Girl, please. I was there. Monica bat the piss out of her back then and wrote a song. Kick down your doors and smack your chick. Just to show you Monica not having it. Girl, y'all had to be there. See, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Y'all wasn't there. Thank you, Diva Kika, for the super chat. Said, what was in the note from Whitney, Brandy? She'll never tell us. She'll never tell us. And they're going to lie and say they're going to tell us, but she'll never tell us. With that being said, I'm going to get up off here. Damn, we had 3 hours. I got to get up off here. I love y'all down. I'll catch y'all later on at a live if I can get Love and Hip Hop out on time. If not, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. But with that being said, catch y'all later. Take care of yourself, each other, and pay it forward. See y'all later. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your, drop it for your. Lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.